Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. And now,
broadcasting live.
We will broadcast
live. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Hey, let's go.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube
Mic
channel.
check one. Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 378. I trust that everyone who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face, I try to work out some little issues where I just observe here. So, yeah, man, so I know if you know see me clearly then. I know if you know hear me. You understand? For the people that want to see and hear the teacher, big up on yourself, you know. Welcome to another episode of Extra Class. We talk about some things that affect Jam Down, Jam Rock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes, Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price. Some little more people. You understand what I say? We're there. We give thanks. We're there, yeah. Mama, Papa, you know what the thing go? Peeps, manners, respect. For the people who are checking already, you know what the thing go? Share the thing now. You understand what I say? If a few people want to join the thing, let them join the thing. If not, we give thanks the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, but big up on yourself. See if you can share this something there. You see me? Yeah, I have a few things to talk about. Channel related and stuff we affect Jamaica. So, should be an interesting night. So, I could see what's going on now. Just a little advice. For be a better man in life. You understand? So I can get a little thing as a start to. Boom. That may be a little bit loud when it come in. Take this thing. So. Yes, next. Big up yourself now. Lady MS, Jackie. Lady Jackie, what's going on? Empress, Janet, AG, Born, manners and respect, you know. Yeah, so I say Otis Berry, blessings, Lady Denise. Yeah, I mean, yeah, peeps. So I could start the thing now with something different. I suppose, I suspect. Florida check-in, manners and respect family. I'll now not tell me if you not hear me good at still in the car. You can't, like you can't follow instruction. You not hear well? Okay. Me assume so not hear me still, so I not too pressure on. Yeah, Empress said loud and clear. You understand? Yeah, I've always said that it is, and I spend a lot of time criticizing politicians. Zane, I have always, big up AG, I have always said though that, you know, it is easy to you know what I mean, beat on politicians, and sometimes because we spend so much time, because them set up themselves to be beaten up onto. Yeah, so I say, and them do a heap of crap from time to time. Normally when some little things go on where Anthony Malfa, big up yourself, you know, it's good for see the man, you know. You know, I appreciate the support in a great man. Blessings every time, you know. It's good for see the one in the building, you know what I mean? Legendary. Manners. See, as me I say, the politician, them do so much folly. You understand? And dilly-dally. We always pressure them. You understand? So sometimes when some little things go on where, because no matter how bad politicians are, I don't think they're all bad, and some few good things may happen from time to time. Volume could turn up. Yeah? I may have deaf myself in my headphone, or my headphone too loud. Anybody else have volume issues? Audio check 1. Microphone check 1. Howard folks, say volume. I don't know. Howard alone a volume issue. Let me know. You understand? Because we can add more volume if you think short of volume, you know. Not that, you know. You see me? Me turn up this a little volume a little more, yes, too. So nobody not supposed to have no volume problem. You understand? And thing. And me say a little thing since there. Me I say me like that little move here. even though it sound like there's a little catch to it, you know, a politics business volume good on my side. Good this. All right, live. Now see a word. You understand? Yo, it plays at like 2L. You understand? And 1 fireside. You know what them temperature you go on with in my old age. You understand? Turn up the mic. Turn up the I can't find the killer voice. Blessings, Lena. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Junior Mackenzie, where you did. Junior, mad. Zin? And there have been a lot of public discourse and heated discussion surrounding the fact that long time in Scotty, it is me too. You see me? Be impressive. It's good to see you, Queen. Zin? What me there now? Yeah. So a lot of discussion has been taking place about the fact that locals, as in Jamaicans living in Jamaica, find it difficult to access public beaches. You understand? Find it difficult to access tourist attractions. And the cost to enter some of these attractions are way out of the price range of some Jamaicans. Then we see a situation now where the Minister of Tourism announced during his presentation to the sectoral debate, he said that attractions updated, upgraded, and managed by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, locals will be able to enter free. However, I'm not sure they catch it, but we soon get to that. You understand what I say? So entry fees to be removed from public attractions developed by TEF. That TEF thing you always show me, that TEF thing is TEF, which is a Tourism Enhancement Fund. But the acronym kind of rubbed me a little weird. That TEF something there, like, you know, the thieves theft the thing. I don't know, but as I say, can't give all the blame to the politicians if we lead into leadership. Yeah, which is true. Murphy, agreed. We always say that we have to take some responsibility for everything. Yeah? For our own destiny sometimes. We complain too much to one now. You understand? So now, entry fees will be removed from public attractions that are financed and developed through the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, so that Jamaicans can have free access, says Minister of Tourism Edmonds Bartlett. Interesting. Bartlett emphasized that once inside, members of the public will have to, I don't like the wording of this aspect of it though. Listen what it says. It is saying that Bartlett emphasized that once inside these attractions that you enter for free, that are managed, financed, and developed by TEF, when you're going there for free, once inside, members of the public will have to purchase items on display such as food and refreshments to ensure that the attractions are maintained and are of the highest quality. No, I understand that, but the wording kind of off because that's a will have to. No, it would come across more palatable as saying that, you know, because these entities, these attractions, they have to be maintained. Their staff are employed there. And I mean, it would be nice if you want to visit these places, you see me, you patronize the whatever is there, whether food or refreshment and things, so it can help with the upkeep. I not love that part, but I don't know if they are paraphrasing him, you understand, or the journalist write it away. Because you know, journalists still, but say, yeah. He was speaking to journalists following a destination assurance tour of several locations. I never had a sectoral debate in St. Elizabeth with tourism stakeholders and other ministry officials on April 27th. That is the catch right. But it isn't that fair exchange with a private figure because some we complain a lot. Say it's too expensive to go on some of these attractions and we can't afford it. And isn't it a fair trade-off though? Or let me say, isn't it a reasonable trade-off though? That's when you get inside these places free, it would be nice for you to patronize the attractions so as maintenance and upkeep can continue. What do you think? Refreshment, airport price cookie. Then me do want to get to that still, but you first me. I was also going to say that I hope that in an effort to make up for the entry fee that has been given up, that the prices or the price of the items on sale is not out of reach and exorbitant. Because say, no trade. Cookie said, don't trade that. All right, as I said, I just ask a question because, I mean, you're going to think free just like say you go and dance and them say admission free but buy out the bar and don't be a scumminar. You understand? Nah, man, sitting around with it. Out and up it. Me not sitting around. Me I got you. What that's angiopause. When males I got you angiopause, them suffer from heat flashes to me no know. Like that go on, me no know. I do some research on it because I say this is very heat flashy. You understand? So Cookie said there's no trade off and the price them I go high. You understand? So me no know. But I could go and talk. Bartlett reminded that TEF is to undertake 3 major beach development projects across the island in the 2023-24 fiscal year, adding that those beaches will not come with any entrance fee. So this is next question now. Is the statement by the minister suggesting that only new developments by TEF will have no entry fee or all TEF managed attractions? Because sometimes some things get lost in translation, you know. You understand what I mean? Then me can't stream it there, so if me add flashes then continue. I mean turn off that ear C and turn on it back. It's like this is not AC no more, it's a ear C. You understand? Off. So let me see what go on. As good as I forgot to take off my shirt. And that not go pleasing for nobody at all. No, because we shouldn't be paying to enter any beach or river. But Peter, if the area is developed, Zane, if it's a developed area, it's not just an open beach. If it's a developed area where finances have been spent, resources have been expended to get it to a level where it is appealing not only to locals but visitors, tourists. Is it so bad then to ask for an entry fee in order to provide for upkeep and maintenance if it's not just an open space where legal and the condition, there's no sanitary conveniences, there's no water there for you to wash off when you come from the beach and sand it all in your parts and these things? Is it so unfair for an entry fee to be placed in these areas if development, you understand, deliberate development of the area to add conveniences for the public benefit? Is it so bad to solicit an entry fee? As I say, I just ask the question, you know. Your sin can't make you Jesus, your sin. Boy, this look like that sin me have some other people sin a carry. If me sin alone, then that's a answer. You understand? All my ears are bun up. Zin? My one sin alone, then not so hot, sir. Hey, pay the entry fee. I will bring my own refreshment. Fear that's a good approach to it too. You understand? Me respect that. You understand? But yeah, some people do a cookie when they want to pay an entry fee and then now buying a refreshment too. You understand? Church settings, brother. But you see, church things is the next conversation with me and you have you now, and then you're probably not going to like my views on that stage, so they're going to leave it where it's at. Yeah, so I say, right now, you got church, you're good as go pick some churches, you're good as go pick up more sin than what you got. You understand what I say? Jew, blessings family. Oh, God. But like, Leon, you know, it very hilarious. Leon, male or female, let me get it right. You understand? Because I don't want to call your empress and use a male and I not go feel right in myself. You understand? Yeah, interesting. I like the conversation and the comments about the whole thing. You understand? Yeah. But make we continue, say. Make we continue. Now, the intention is to create world-class facilities that we can all be proud of. The TEF project aims to enhance public access to beaches to ensure their availability with all the necessary amenities and safe measures in place, the minister said. Well, for example, some of these public beaches now that are under UDC and theft management, them have lifeguards and things. Them people have to get paid. I mean, paying one look entry fee for the amenities and them see them. I mean, me personally, I have no issue with that still, to be honest with you. You understand what I say? Yeah, because it plays off a run. You see me? What will quality of their refreshment be? Sodium you got to have fruit juices to cook him on and these things and fruits and you know what I mean? I hope so. Bartlett said there will also be a move to ensure that all attractions without exception are licensed and regulated, adding that this will be a way to ensure that public order is preserved and destination assurance is protected. That is a very important point because you see we as Jamaicans, we have some dirty ways. And we bring with dirty ways and from our yard, can't go all about the place. You understand what I say? When you not go places, people, places and such, you know, behave on yourself, you know, use things and throw it all about the place. You understand what I say? You know, mash up the things and vandalize the things and them something there. We need to take some responsibility about it, you know. Everything we complain about. You understand what I say? Someone if we pay a double T, you know. That me I say. You understand? No, attractions that are free cannot be licensed. What currently exists is that you must pay a fee. We are going to abolish that requirement for a fee and be able to license everybody to be able to accommodate all visitors. But while we do that, we are going to insist on consistency of the offerings, he emphasized. I would have hoped so. You understand? Because we do a lot of talk in this country, you know, and we are very good speakers, you know. You understand? We are very articulate, when we speak in this country, and we say some nice things, but we don't follow through. You understand? The follow through missing. You understand? And say Sasko. the follow through missing. You see? Because we would do a lot of good talk about it. We talk a good talk. You see me? But and this is just my personal view on the issue, you know. You understand? I've been monitoring the comments and me say some people are chiming in and I give them suggestions and opinions on the issue. Very, very interesting. Paying a fee for an area that don't have you carry your family go to the beach. You understand what I say? There is no facility for changing. You understand what I say? There is no sanitary convenience. Somebody want relieve themselves, them probably have to go on that 2-man grove run on one part run, so you understand, versus an official restroom and these things. See me, with these public spaces too, lifeguards needs to be present. You understand what I say? And a general upkeep to help with the maintenance of the ambience and the whole feel good vibe of the area. I personally don't have an issue if the area is developed for payment to be made to enter. Again, this is my view. Many people will not agree with that, and that is fine. If it is just an open beach where free for all, fine. If me pay for your area to be developed and people is coming there, me a pay feed for it develop with the intention of making some money. And as such, if I expend the resources to develop said area, it is only fair that people who enjoy the benefits of said development make a contribution. You understand? So that is how I see it. Now, the flip side of that is the minister is suggesting that this will no longer obtain and that it will be free to enter, especially the ones that are being managed by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, that these will be free. But, you know, in order to support the upkeep of these places, you patronize whatever is there for sale. Cookie says there's no trade-off. You understand? Again, with that per se, me personally, I have no issue with that either, as long as the prices that will be there are not astronomical and out of the reach of the regular Jamaican in order to make up for the no entry fee situation. So, balance. Again, my views. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, so I felt it important for us to start off with something different this way. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about some very heavy things from time to time. So, you know, interesting. But here we go on. Go some beach and some river and enjoy on yourself. You understand what I say? Pay to develop the land and not the so where the beach there? So you know use the facilities them on the land, Peter. Where you say? No? You just go swim so and go your yard. You understand? You know use the change room, you know use the restroom, you know watch off under a pipe where NWC have to get them bill and use the restroom where light probably in there where JPS have to get them thing when month come and the lifeguard where probably you understand me as I look out for you and your family's well-being. I don't know. The man will clean up the beach and make sure say the thing up on a level it is clean and free from garbage and stuff. The government can't pay everybody in our family. That is the reality of the situation. So what we are saying. And again, I am very, very interesting to hear your views, but then we can talk about them. Every free dance, the liquor there. Watch. All right, Otis. It's so like he's a promoter, Otis. He's a party promoter. I got a whole heap of dance. That's a very good point to still. I can't deny that. You understand? Having gone to a few parties in my younger days. But look, so all beaches to be free then. So if the beach upon a man private land, you understand, because him buy a beachfront property and in developing property, people just go there, go pal off and do what they want. Me don't know about that something there. You understand? Because if me buy that, well, me not necessarily buying a beachfront property, being a teacher of geography and know these things are. Me not sure about that. But say, if me buy it for the tourism purpose there, me buy it and develop it. You can't just come there, come swim and do what you want to do and left. It can't work. So, you understand? You have to pay to keep the thing going. Me not rich like that. You understand? Or me I go pay the man never clean up the place and everything. Plus, you just use the facilities and go on about your business. Me not think so neither. See? So, I mean, there should be areas of beach where the general public can just go and do what they might do. You understand? I think a fee is necessary, Lemar. You see me? So I don't know. So hopefully there is some balance. And locals are not priced out of these attractions, even though they are free to enter by the refreshment and food and whatever else is on sale. I'll keep an eye on it and see what go on and do a follow-up if there is anything where I go on where information to reach me thing say, you understand? So we look at Anki Panky we are going around one part, because you know them staying and they're not easy about it. Yes. Teacher myself, Michael, do it with thy might, man. I promise on my honor. You know the thing go. Big up yourself in a father berry. You want away? I say a word. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. You understand? I wonder if he's a Mills Hall, man, or he's a Glenowin, man. What kind of man you be, sir? You understand? Or you was a live off, man. What kind of man were you, sir? These things are important. And which house were you in, sir? They even love to hear these things. You understand? Wonder if he's a bishopite. You understand what I say? Yeah, if he's not a bishopite, so they can be a AGite or a Buxtonian. And Mills Hall, the real place. Big up to you, Glenowin, man, them, Lushites and Rogerites. Big up on yourself, and I know. If you go to many countries, walk and lifeguard is there and you do. Yeah, that are many countries, Brian. But we keep on doing that. You understand? Unfortunately, we are not where the many countries are, and we are where we are. And hopefully one day we will get to the many countries stage. You understand me? I say most of these many countries have better economies than Jamaicans, have more honest politicians where the public purse is not being hole now cutting our bottom, and they are further along in their development than we are because we are lagged behind like a hog seed. So while it's good to compare other countries, you understand, we also have to be cognizant of our situation. You see me? So the Singapore is one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Like the resources that Singapore have are not the resources that Jamaica have. Unfortunately, we should, but we don't. You understand? So different cultures have different things, and we have to appreciate that. Whilst we should try to aspire to be the best and to use and to adapt best practices, the situation as is presently. I may put it out again, Mr. Peter. You own a piece of land. Zane, you spend money to develop the piece of land with the intention of making back a profit on your money and keeping the place good and going. Would you be okay to opening that up to everybody, come through, vandalize your place, use the resources, and you not make a dollar for help with the upkeep? I wouldn't be okay with that. So that is just me. You understand? So it is important that we try to reach the many other countries' level. You understand? Unfortunately, we are not there as yet. Hopefully we get there. But until we get there, can we find a balance to our situations and our challenges so as to everybody involved can be fairly treated and benefit fairly? Poor people with them JA money no matter. I'm not sure I understand that. But alright. Ken Sal, big up yourself in the family. Night. Monas. Finar, wanna go on family? Monas and respect, you know. So that interesting. As I like the discussion, many divergent viewpoints. See, always make for a good discussion. It would have been good for us to have actually a call in for a situation like that. Jamaica leaders are only interested in stuffing their wanga gut. I mean, data is there to suggest that and to prove that, so I can't deny that. You understand? But saying that though, I don't think that as bad as they have been, none of them not do no good. You understand? Some of them know. But yeah, alright. What are them things? Now, inmate escapes Tamarind Farm. Of course, me about anybody escape from Tamarind Farm. You understand? People out of Tamarind Farm just normally farm until them sentence done are unfortunately they pass off or them something there. Somebody is saying that my audio is a bit low. Me not get that because all me I hear myself in my headphone. Let me play the stream. See something. Yeah, then my phone load like what? So the persons who are saying that the audio is low, can you please close the stream and probably clear it from your memory, the YouTube app or your computer, and open it back? I don't know, because my audio is fine, so I don't know. Cookie, teach. Put up your entry fee. I will bring few fried dumplings. All right, Lady Cookie, that's your word. As I want to have because I do that, I'm going to make sure I have some chocolate tea or a coffee tea you like. I want some chocolate tea. Make sure you say a hot, a chocolate tea with a little oil on the top there. When you put that on your tongue, certain way you have to know about to drink it. You understand? So so many people are saying it is fine, but for the people who are having audio issues, can you please just close the stream and open back the stream and see if that helps? You may need to reset your device as well if you're listening on a cell phone. Sometimes these things happen. Like sometimes your voice note on WhatsApp now play. You have to well, I have been having that experience. More time in order to play the voice note will come through, I have to swipe on the WhatsApp for out of my list of applications open and open it back in order for the voice notes to come through. So I don't know. So for the people who are having audio issues, just try and see if that works. Do some troubleshooting, you know. You understand what I say? I'm hearing you Fine. Digits. Courtney from Canada. Courtney, big up yourself in the family. All of the people that I watch from Canada, big up on yourself. Yeah, most people are the audio good part for them side. Come with just disciple Vincent, come with just come with just come and we don't want no botheration. Oh, granny chocolate tea or bush tea. You understand? In my thermos, yes. Chocolate tea it is. You understand? With the hile on the top like. You understand? Yeah, man. With, that go good with fried dumpling. Alrighty. So yes, so as me as I run a tamarind farm, them I don't know. First, a search is now on the way for an inmate to escape from the tamarind farm adult correctional center in St. Catherine on Friday afternoon. So the Department of Correctional Services say he's Jermaine Jackson, JJ, I was where you gone. You understand? Who was serving a one year sentence for assault at common law. And 7 years at hard labor for illegal possession of a firearm. The department says an officer at the institution reported that approximately 2:25 middle day, them the time their son had to over your head like. Jackson escaped from a group of 22 inmates who were working on the farm. The Department of Correctional Services say it is collaborating with the Jamaica Constabulary Force to find the escapee. So Mr. Jackson then, I don't know if Mr. Jackson watches history. But so Mr. Jackson, if anybody know Mr. Jackson, no pass his on to him. So I don't know how long into his sentence he is because I'm knowing how our judges, I am sure these two sentences are running concurrently and not consecutively. So technically he must serve 7 years because he have 1 year for assault at common law and 7 years for illegal possession of firearms. See? I don't know how far into his sentence he is. And if him the tamarind farm, it means him is a big man. You understand? Because that is where they tend to place. Well, I am assuming. That's what me hear. You understand? I probably need to do some more research there. Somebody in here can probably correct me that it is normally where they place inmates who are on the elder side. The elderly. You understand? So 7 years, I don't know. Then him could just get 7 more, you know. That no wise. You understand? And again, well, I don't know. So how did this happen? That's a good question. And so I see that part I think later enough. I've been trying to figure out too. You understand? Because farming go on a tamarind farm, it's in the name. I mean, other things go on to them, do other things and build things and make things as part of their rehabilitation. But it's actually a break. It's shortly before I came on, you know. I think an hour or so before I came on, I saw it. I mean, I'm saying, I say, Father Romeo, big up yourself in a Sir Reed. Give thanks, you know. Appreciate the support, you know what I mean? Blessings every time. So I don't know. It's a good question. So hopefully by tomorrow, some more information will be made available. And JJ, do the right thing. You understand? Because, I don't know. Man, take away himself. You understand? Rosie, good night. You alright? Oh, you're late. Antoinette Haughton Cardenas, former Firebrand talk show host, has died. So former talk show host and attorney at law Antoinette Haughton, she was married named Cardenas, died on Friday morning in the United States, where she has resided for over 15 years. It is understood that Haughton had been ailing for some time with an undisclosed illness. She was in her late 60s. See me? Adrian, I so pray that. You understand? Haughton shot to national prominence in the 1990s as a Firebrand talk show host who championed the rights of the depraved. She was also co-founder of the now defunct United People's Party of Jamaica. That party was founded in 2002. Guess it died of natural causes, as political parties tend to do in Jamaica. Outside of the two main political dinosaur parties, I suppose. I don't know. However, she found herself in legal troubles after being accused of stealing millions of dollars from some of her clients. I remember she was also an attorney at law. In 2009, the General Legal Counsel, acting upon a recommendation by its disciplinary committee, struck her from the role of attorneys allowed to do legal work in Jamaica. I'm not to remember that she was disbarred from the bar, I suppose. The disgraced lawyer jumped bail, failed to pay the sum owing, and fled the island. Oh, them never try seek an extradition warrant for her. Then, and she jumped bail. And she lived out her 15 years in, I don't know. Strange this feeling I'm feeling. Oh, your love will always believe in. Though you may. Good evening, Teach. It is good to see you again. Here in traffic in Portmore on my way home while watching live on data. Big up yourself and I hope your data enough. Proud subscriber of Teach. Well, I appreciate it enough, Father Adrian. Give thanks, broski. In a real life. You know what I mean? Big up yourself and your wife. You understand? Manners. You see it? What do you, man? As I said, we are trying to do the stream thing back how we used to do the stream thing every Friday night and probably some Sunday nights and some other days when the vibes right and some things go on. Boy, click. Me I look into it, cause when I knew of her troubles and the fact, but then when I read it back earlier, I said then them never try bring her back in like, you understand? It's strange. But I suppose she still have family in Jamaica. And think she was, you know what I mean, very popular. I think she was on Hotline on RJR. I think she shared that slot with Barbara Gluden at one time, if memory serves me correctly. I think my mother used to play her. Well, my mother only listened RJR when we eventually go live with her, and I wanted to listen to Mr. Perky. Boy, whatever was all things you laugh, you know. You understand? She was only interested in listening to Miss Gluden and Miss Haughton for whatever reasons. But I was interested in the mother, you know, that laugh there. You know, when Mr. Perkins, I laugh. Yeah, I just laugh too. Yeah, that's what I say. The thing with Mr. Perkins that I like is I think Mr. Perkins, well, let me not say that because it wouldn't be Mr. Perkins. Would be like, I think I am a bit like Mr. Perkins. We're not business to do with the guys. Yeah, that's what I say. We just call a spade. And lick some people with two shuffle if we have to do that. Say. You understand? So, you know, there's one radio was in the house. You understand? So, I couldn't really listen to Mr. Perkins unless I get one radio for myself. So, you know, we used to get, you know, them Walkman business with the radio part, right? And most of the time, I just don't hear Mr. Perkins laugh. I wasn't even really interested in the topics. But when the man laugh, you just have to laugh too. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Mr. Perkins laugh one time for you and you laugh. Your side there. You see what I say? Data enough, yes. You're sure right about the wife teach. Big up yourself, man. I heard her once in relation to an accident my dad was involved in. My experience with her was extremely good. R.I.P. to her. Yeah, you know what I think, go? And that's what I always say to people, you know, say, yes, so man, there's nobody in the world that is all bad or all good. You understand? Because the truth is that, you know, people out there have teach them as a piece up there. And some people have teach them out there as a G. It's just the word, it's just how it thing go. And it's not a bad youth, it's just that some people may have a different experience with me because probably the approach or probably them try link me and the link not got through and you teach them rich and switch. That has been mentioned a few times recently. Yeah, that's sad. People need to understand more time the amount of work where we cover, the amount of things we do. Plus, I am a family man, working for my children. You understand what I say? I don't know, you understand? So, while a man will link me and get through, and the man say, yo, you know, teach them a real G because he respond quicker and them something. While the next man will link me and it take a while and you hear some So, big up yourself, Rosie. It is good that, you know, despite the fact that the last thing that we heard of Miss Haughton is the fact that she had legal troubles and was accused of fleecing her clients of millions. You know, there is somebody who can attest to the fact that, you know, they had good experiences with her. You understand? Rich and switch, bro. Boy, I wish I was rich, Rosie. Me, I work on it still. As I would say that one time. Portia, work, if you don't see me, I'm working. You understand? I express very similar sentiments about Mr. Perkins. Not just a signature laugh, but he was a critical thinker. Yeah, man, they're not busy with people here, Jen. Man, they just talk the talk. You understand me? I say, and the chips swallow already me. But the laugh was, you understand, the laugh that should be framed. Yeah, sir, Rosie B, Richard Sweet. Yeah, sir. People don't understand that, you know, sometimes, whilst I am not somebody who is going to come on YouTube, can do a video, I talk about my troubles and my challenges. I have troubles and challenges too. You understand? I have family, I have friends, I have children that me have to treat with, and sometimes it takes me away. And again, I am also, me might look alien. But I am also a human being, and there are times to when I just feel sometimes probably a little bit exhausted or probably a little bit overwhelmed. I'm just need to decompress. I'm just need to take care myself a little bit. You understand? I just probably shut off a little bit or slow down a little bit. People don't understand that. People, you just always have to be available. Always have to be available. It's not possible. You understand? So, but one day I'm probably rich, but I'll never switch. No change. I did teach us. Me same one. You understand what I say? It's just that we have some things that we deal with more time. You see me? Clone him voice and get him at the show. Alright, sir. Teach continue to focus on what your channel does, what it truly stands for. Some people are destructive. Yeah, you know I think. Critics is good. The critics good, brother. Some people say, yo, you understand? This and that. But I just say thing go, in order for you to grow, you have to feed off of the positive also and use the negative as motivation. And sometimes these criticisms are warranted too. Because sometimes we need to fix some things on them something. So we take certain things, you know, we probably, you understand? But true, me no one of them where if one pipe leaking in my house, I can make a video and vlog about it, you know, so me have a leaking pipe. You understand what I say? Because we don't do that, people feel like say, oh, everything always alright in my life. I wish. You understand what I say? So, me not know. But say, I'm a very private person. Certain things you just not gonna know. If me not tell you, you're not gonna know. You understand? Because just, oh yeah, I remember the other one on the stream recently, I said some things where I know people might still they duck grung, them I try to take up them bottom, yes so. Half I got them chin part. And some people do take up them dentures because them just never know. Yeah, because we don't advertise these things. Even though we're in the public, I'm a very private person. But yeah, we have things to talk about. So that's the situation with Lady Haughton. You understand? I have to listen now because I hate my mother there playing at house because I couldn't listen to Mutty Perkins online at the time until me get Walkman and these things and you couldn't listen for yourself and hear a laugh. Yeah, man, have you laugh and repeat and then not pull you up. You understand? That's how you G laugh. Yeah. Yeah, man. So the last time I streamed, the question, well, it came in the discussion. See it? Oh, she was a heavy smoker. Oh, okay. I guess it. My people, them well informed, because I never did even know these things. You understand? This is how it thing go. But as some people require to. But as me say, people don't even understand. So that's the next thing. You can't even beat a man if him not understand. You see me I say? Like, it's one phone number for the channel, Zane, and any given day 100 people will call you. Zane, and any given day 200 people will message you. Instagram the inbox full. You understand? Or Facebook, I don't even go up on Facebook. So if you try to reach me there, so you may not get me. The only thing you see me do on Facebook, well, I think we're streaming now live over there. You understand? But me only share the links over there. Me not really go over there. You understand? So, and then sometimes what happen with the messages then, because the messages, they come in so quick, and because I am not always able to clear the messages just get lost under the pile, and sometimes from my own sanity, from my own sense of control and organization, I just have to clear my WhatsApp sometime. There's no way I can go through 500 messages in the back. You understand? Over on Instagram, there's no way me can clear 500 inbox direct messages. Me just not have the time. That is just the honest truth. You understand? I am trying to do better with returning missed calls, but sometimes you have this to do and you have that for do, and you think them just miss up. So I'm nothing personal, man. You understand? So it's and a change, and I mean, when these things happen, you say people change. People not change. It's just that the situation now brings so much people into the circle that it's just hard to keep up. People not change. It's just that it's just a lot for sometime one person to treat with. You understand? And most time people are link you people not even really link you more time and say, yo, teach them. I hope you're alright, you know, brother. Just a one teach. You know, say I hope you're good. Teach. I hope the family alright. You understand? Teach. You know, me not see you for a little bit. You alright, my G? You understand? Teach me, you do a video, you know, and your voice sound away and you sound like you get sick. Make sure you take care of yourself. And a few people do that. 99% of the people them want a favor. Is them not even call Scotty there? You might just jump out of the blue. You understand? Scotty there somewhere boy place there. She alright, man. She was supposed to be on tonight, but she has some family situation treating with. You understand? No emergency, no sick, no nothing. But me can't tell the people business. But she alright. She was supposed to be on tonight, but she a big woman. You understand? Me I say, so as me I say, brother, sometime sure. But then a man not get you for 2 missed call, you say you're rich and switch and you change, and because you make money now, and I've been making money for a long time. It's not just now. You see me? So me not understand. Probably me I make less money now too. but big up to the people them we have a genuine we have genuine concerns, you know, about the teacher and reach out from time to time. I not have to do that. I appreciate them local messages there. You understand? Sometimes people don't even understand, say, I don't think I've ever been depressed person as an adult. Maybe, you know, a couple times. But reading one book. I start writing one book, you know, that's the next thing. We get around to that. I have quite a few books to write. I need to write a book about the education system. I need to write a book about the political system. I need to write a book about my life. You understand? Post YouTube and since YouTube. So I have some books to write. Plus I have to have a book to write to about a particular situation that I'm treating with now with my son. That there's not a lot of attention being paid to it in the country. There are not a lot of facilities to treat with certain things, and I just go and do some things. But I kind of develop a local writing zone, and them something too. So I don't like, so we just sit down and ignore them something there. And then the next thing is that people are free to say anything, but the moment you say something, oh brother, yo, Ray, you're a teacher. If first thing I say, if me and you talk, and me say something, and your response to me is the fact that me is a teacher, you all get it. Don't bring that to me. Me is a human being. I wasn't born a teacher, even though one of my book will be titled Born to Teach. That funny. I wasn't born a teacher. You understand? I wasn't born as a teacher, so don't bring the facts say because you pass your place and me have to fix you. You gotta tell me about me a teacher. Don't do that something there. You'll get that more fixing. Don't you ever do that. Because people have teachers like, oh, we are aliens. We're not human beings. Not this a teacher, yeah. This a one are different. I've always been different. Yeah, and that's from the beginning. You see me? But I wasn't born. Me I say that now I find it funny. Trust me, as me say, one of the books will be titled Born to Teach. You understand? And as me say, before it funny now, me I say I wasn't born a teacher. I wasn't born a teacher, but I was born to teach. You understand? It's how we are teach them. But the next story for you next time. I want to reach us. I don't even want to dwell upon the negativity, you know, but people don't understand themselves sometimes, man. Every time you have to fix a man, your ear say is a teacher. Brother, Me not teacher, man. Love me. Talk to me as a regular man. Don't tell me nothing because I don't feel like that I go on in schools them now too, you know. Because as a teacher, I would for just this a certain way or admin for deal with that. Man, go away, man. Wrong, man. Wrong bang. Not depend on something there. Boxster. You say Mills Hall, man, big up yourself. You understand me? I say, yeah, man, Bishop, you think this still. Yeah, room 49. A 49 or room 50. I not even remember. I think a room 50, you know. A room 50. On the top of the stairs, so run a can up at the top there. So you know that room there? Yeah, man. The room there is a good room. Yeah, son. because my box stand, man, see you here. But so I can move on. All right. Now, last time we streamed, which was last week, Friday, I think, we had a discussion about the fact that, well, I was saying that in Jamaica, you know, it is hard to disagree with the conversation that you have a law for some people who have different surname and fame and some different addresses versus some other people. And I used the situation surrounding Leon-Issa. Leon, where right name? Let me see if I can find him. I don't remember. But she me I talk about. You don't know me I talk about. Where the court ordered that she is to provide detectives with the PIN for her phone so them can access it as they continue their investigation into the Leon-Issa, into the gruesome murder of her 9-year-old child. You understand? The truth is the matter is that if it was a mother from certain place around one part, because she know have a lawyer, money to pay a certain lawyer and try wriggle at them way out of the thing, them would have to give the phone long time and open up the phone. You understand me? I say even pull it down with screwdriver too. You see me? Because say, yeah, but and then it went on, and I said to you that information that is in the public space is that Miss Leon-Issa was in Canada. And I even go on to make the facts. I can't even blame her for being in Canada because she was never arrested. No stop order was ever placed on her. Her travel documents were not ordered, seized. So she's free to go where she want to go. However, on the part of being a mother, Miss Amoy Leon-Issa have a lot of questions to answer. If my child was in a situation like that, I would do every single thing and probably beyond that in my powers to ensure that those responsible are brought to justice. When I look at the disposition of Miss Leon-Issa, it would seem to me that she's not interested in the police finding those responsible for the child's murder. As to why, everybody have them theory and opinions on that. See it? So me no know. I don't know a parent, I've never heard of a parent who have been so strident in trying to prevent investigation into their child's murder. I've never seen it. You understand? Court gives Leon-Issa, who is Gabriel King's mother, 3 more months. And again, we find that 3 more months to allow police access to the cell phone. 3 more wish months. After the court ruled from last year, I think so. And then you know, I go give her 3 more months. That it, me not even say 3. I may not even pretty. Oh. I want to play the Jamil tune, you know, but me play the Jamil tune, it look like what Jamil do when my voice dub play it. And I tell Jamil personally, so not do that, you know. It to them seem like them use harmonies or vocals from the radio track or the TV track. So it got flagged last time, so I can't play back that tune. But that tune is a perfect tune for this situation. The system not care for the poor and me see it. Yeah, me say the strong just a take from the weak. You understand what I say? The system all for themselves, man. Poor man don't get no help. Them talk but there's no action. Only empty promises. Our leaders need to be led. Yo, powerful tune. But we can't play it. we don't go look for it and stream it on them place there. You understand? You know, me try to do that, agent. I try my best to do that. I try to be very measured. You understand? Because, you know, these people, them are look people for mind them too. I mean, I have no money for paying a lawyer fee neither. Everything them very so about it, you know. Then me not depend on that. I have a young daughter and a young son taken care of. I can't mind no big people. You understand? Right. So I am very careful when I say these things. But me think about these things, man. And I mean, I've been doing this long enough to kind of, you know what I mean? Know officer certain little things. Sometimes I really get dark like. But say, you know, yes. Alrighty. So I could talk now. But how can this lady now be given 3 additional months to provide the PIN for her cell phone after the court ruled before, and she basically ignored it? And she got like the system not care for the poor. I see it. You me see the strongest player upon the week. A Supreme Court judge has given Leon-Issa, the mother of slain 9-year-old Gabriel King, another 3 months to give police investigators access to data in her cellular phone. The police have been trying for months to access the phone as part of their investigation into King's gruesome murder on January 13th last year. Correct, teach them. She's supposed to be before the court. What you mean? If it was me, them lock me up for contempt of court, sir. The St. James Parish Judge, Sasha Marie Ashley, first granted the police a production order in September last year. It's almost 1 year now, you know? Me not count so well. September not too far from we are so. Oh, January, February, March, April. We are going to May now. That have September just down the road. You understand? From September last year, compelling Leon-Issa to turn over communication and other data from her iPhone within 48 hours. She was given 48 hours to comply and cooperate with investigators. She no bother with that, and now she's been given 3 additional months. Yeah, security forces have technology, but I think though Jamaica Porn Service, you know the last year, if that is done and their attorney not present and one whole heap, I think the police are trying to play it safe. I would think so. That are the only thing that me can see. Me no know. You understand? But I have thought about that as well, Jamaica Porn Service, Zane, but because that is the only rationalization I could come up with, is that the police are trying to play safe. Because me can't think about nothing else. Where, me don't know. You understand what I say? So, I don't love when the microphone in a shot, but based on that camera that's there, they are going to see it. But say, yeah, alright. So let me continue. She challenged the order in court a month later. 1 month later, you know, she was given, people want to understand the slackness involved in that situation. She was given 48 hours, 2 days. 2 days. 1 month after she get the order there, she decided to challenge the ruling. 1 month after, you know, family. But watch you now. As a result, it was varied to block. As a result, it was varied to block her from being present while police investigators accessed the phone. But allowed her attorney and right. So she didn't want to be present when the phone was being searched. So she got court trying to get her but allowed her attorney and a computer expert of her choice to observe the process. In February this year, Leon-Issa went back to court to seek judicial review of the revised production. Yo. Me not think she'll comply, click. I would be very surprised if she does. I don't want to put anything out there, you know. But, hold on. I would be very surprised if her thing when time come is to say, she no member a pin. sorry. ERC kind of jerk me. I know this is not really professional. I know some people find issue with everything, but say, I now make my lip look like nobody heel back. You understand? I wish I could have played that tune, you know. God no. I forgot have a strong talk with Father Jamil, you know, because I say, sure, big tune for play. So watch this now. Justice Shelley Williams noted that the amended production order has several orders that provide safeguards and protects information concerning third parties not associated with the investigation. The production order allows for the extraction of the information from the iPhone to be undertaken in the presence of the applicant's attorney, as well as an approved computer expert of the applicant's choosing, the judge ruled, making reference to Leon-Issa, so she can choose who she wants to observe the proceedings, plus her attorney would be present. Zane? The judge noted also that the law put safeguards in place that allow for cops to be charged and placed before the court if any information extracted from the iPhone is disclosed to the public. Okay. According to the police, Leon-Issa reported that she was slapped in the face and dragged from her vehicle by two men after she slowed down to navigate a pothole-riddled corridor while driving along the Tucker Main Road towards downtown Montego Bay about 9:30 a.m. on January 13, 2022. The men sped off in the vehicle with Gabriel still on the back seat. The vehicle was found abandoned on the Fairfield Main Road several hours later with the body of the 9-year-old boy soaked in blood. A bloody knife that was found beside Gabriel's body was confirmed to be the murder weapon, said investigators, citing DNA analysis of the blood sample. So how much money you have will determine how the law treats you. I don't think it's that per se. It is the fact that these people can afford high-profile, powerful, witty, crafty lawyers to frustrate the process. So it's not the money itself versus the court. It is the ability to find high-powered lawyers who know the justice system, who understand the loopholes, who knows the technicalities, and who are very adept at frustrating the process. However, that being said, I am absolutely sure, and I go out on a limb for this, I'm very heavy these days, I am going out on the slimmest branch on the tree to say that if the mother of this child was from a Tel Aviv or a Southside or a Canterbury or a Granville or a Norwood or a Glendevon, Zane or a Arnett Garden or a Tivoli Garden or a Rosetown or a Jonestown or a Bacto or a Common or a 100 Lane or a Casha Park, the situation would be different. Only God himself can come tell me otherwise. Me not like that. It's not a matter of twist, Charles, but it's not like I don't see her giving the court money. So it is the ability to retain lawyers that are crafty. So it's not the hard money fact itself versus the court. That is the point I'm making. It's not a matter of twisting. It's just calling the thing for what it is. Well, in my view anyway. So I guess your view is different. So fine, that's okay. See me? Because truth is that men who don't have as much money as Miss Leon-Issa has been able to frustrate the courts as well. And the process is many men, you understand, who don't have that level of money, but they are able, for whatever way, to retain some of these high-profile lawyers. They're not known to be wealthy men, but they are able to find the money to retain them. And so I don't know is the hard cold cash is versus the courts we are talking about. It's the ability to. Lady MS. Even that would be ill advice. Put it that way. You understand? So we could believe that right there. So how do you find so many ways to try and avoid getting justice for your murdered child if you, as you say, has been said, innocent? I know. Strange this feeling I'm feeling. Oh, Jah love, we will always believe in. Though you may think my faith is in vain. More me not hurt nobody is. Still Shiloh with chant Rastafari's name. No, I remember when Bobby Montague was Minister of National Security, he indicated, suggested, posited, proposed that the people who were most responsible for crime in the country are young men between the ages of 19 to 25. However, the current Minister of National Security is saying that new data is suggesting that that is not the case, and that the age range for the thugs these days is much older. It's 25 to 44. And not only the age for the thugs, but also for the victims. Mostly. We'll get to that. Teach them if the contents of the phone should appear on social media or the internet at large. Would those contents be able to be used in courts? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Atras, pick up yourself in a family. Give thanks. I see a word, man. We know the thing in a family. We appreciate the fact that you find the time for dropping on the thing I know still. I say a word, man. We know the maths, you know. You see? I don't know Jamaica porn. Honestly, I learned some aspect of the law, you know. We don't really know it like that. I need a resident. I kind of have a resident legal person, you know, but the great man, more time, he has been battling illness for a long time. So sometimes, even if him probably in here now, him just not talk, and then more time him watch after, and he will link me and say, teach you XYZ, you know, your views on this may be a little bit off, you look at it this way, my views on it are X and such. Yeah, man. The great Doc G, big up yourself. Yeah, my friend, I'm not even idle. So Doc G is the man where normally, you know what I mean, look on some things from a legal perspective and say, teacher, no, look on it that way here, look on it that way there, look on it so, think about it that way, rare. You understand? But he has been battling illness for a long time, really. Some days are better than some. And, you know what I mean? So when you see me in the comment, I'm a G, Doc G, real big man. You understand? So, but I probably need to get somebody else who, you know what I mean, can advise me this, because I would have loved to hear some info for that. But say, we know things about some cases already where it's still admissible in court. You understand? Some don't know. Will it? I don't know, to be honest with you. Would not stand up if the phone is in the custody of the police. Okay. Lawyer would get any evidence thrown out because they can see it as tampering. But hold on, click. What if the right proceed? Well, I don't know. To be honest, that kind of technical. You see? I don't know. So back to situation now. The government is seeking to save young thugs from crime. The government is hoping to save gun-toting, fearless youngsters between the ages of 12 and 17 from themselves before they become hardened criminals. This was disclosed by National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who had said this intervention is to be done through social activism and transformation efforts which can rehabilitate young people. The 17 to 25 age group poses a particular problem, which we have identified. Most of them don't have children. They have no responsibility. They are fearless, and they are used by the gangs as the shutters, and that is a dangerous group. but we do think some of them can be rescued, he said. Chang said that to get through to these wayward youth, it will require strong action, noting that the strategy would have to entail catching them without the firearm, because the moment them get catch with a gun, the law says 15 years. When the law say, you understand what I say? And thing, Romeo, big up yourself in the family. Give thanks, man. You know, I appreciate it. You see, big up yourself. So what you know? They are usually the ones who, when encountered, will begin to fire at the police because they are fearless. They have a gun. They feel powerful, he said. He stressed, Windmill and Brianna TV, good night, just joining. Big up yourself in a lady, Brianna. Well, I wonder if because is a male, me I seen a picture, but me no love. Brianna TV, it is male or female. The name is female and the picture is male. But confused over here. You understand? So what you write, you know? Yeah, we shall with there. They are usually, yeah, we said that already. He stressed that they will have to be rehabilitated at a younger age, as by the time they get to age 26, 27, 28, 30, they are seasoned criminals and the police must be given the tools to ensure they can apprehend them, prosecute them, lock them up, and if necessary, separate them from the society for the rest of their productive lives. Chang revealed that police statistics show that persons within the 25 to 44 age group are the primary perpetrators of criminal violence and constitute the majority of victims. I was a little bit taken aback by this because I was working off the data that was presented by Montague when he was Minister of National Security. That says 19 to 25 was the problem age group. But no, whilst Chang is saying that they need to get these youths in other age range, they are not the real, they are not proving to be the real numbers behind many of the killings and the victims. I found that a little bit interesting. Zane, so Chang revealed that police statistics show that persons within the 25 to 44 age group are the primary perpetrators of criminal violence and constitute the majority of victims. So not only are the 25 to 44 the main perpetrators, but their victims are also normally between the same age range. Interesting. The Minister of Security is I think is lacking that by now. Okay. All right. So let's continue here. The national. Well, yeah. I'm gonna continue. In 2022, 63% of murder perpetrators fell into the age group 25 to 44. 63%. And 52% of all murder victims were also between the age 25 to 44. But that is just 1 year. Is that... I don't know. There are criminals who need to be apprehended, charged, imprisoned, and rehabilitated under controlled circumstances, he said. In the meantime, Chang said the Ministry of National Security is intervening in vulnerable communities to reduce gang recruitment and provide a model that can be scaled nationally by the respective portfolio ministers and agencies. In crime prevention, we must onboard our stakeholders, the residents, ministers, departments and agencies, private sector, and our international donor partners, he said. Now, Chang further noted, there's something I look for, where one of the issues facing the country is that some gangs are now teaming up to create an alliance. That's one of the things that came out in the minister's presentation. He even went as far as to say that the recent spate of robberies at ATMs and stuff has been done or led by a gang alliance. All right, Windmill, Milt, big up yourself, family. Give thanks. See? So, I don't think my script that, but yeah. Interesting. A big man them. I thought it was more of the younger youths, but 25 to 44. You see me? Not only perpetrators, but victims dominate this age range. So the youth them, why I don't know. And he's saying that the age range where Montague pointed to, them youth they are being recruited as the shotters. And by the time they reach it, the 26 to 44, they are seasoned criminals. So, so we need to focus on 17 to 44. So it's really and truly productive males in our society, that, you know, brother. You understand? And most time, as I've said, enough of the youth, them don't know them a fight for them, there's a fight. You understand? A man tell them to fight, or them see fight or go on and them join the fight. You see me? And the youth, them no business neither, because every other day, yes, a police old man with gun, and I'm sure they have heard about the amendments to the Firearms Act, where the moment you're held with a firearm and found guilty, it is 15 years mandatory. So I guess the man them still take them chances, because like I don't know. Seeing? And you know, again, I've been saying this for a while. I think we even said to Scotty today. She and I were talking. I mean, I said, I have hopes of, you know, doing quite a few things. As I said, I have learned not to say things before me do it, just do it and make people see it. But I hope to, you know, reach out to some young youths across the country. You understand? For vibe with them and all a reason with them. Give them a listening ear. Give them some encouraging words and things. And make them know, say, yo, it think bigger than just that, brother. You understand? And see if we can reach a one youth. Because if we can save one in out of 20, we still save one out of 20. That 20 could take 20 lives. You understand what I say? I don't know, but until then, make Terry Gansey talk to them a little bit, yeah?
Teach them, uplift them, educate them, motivate them, elevate them. You don't know international, global. You don't know program is always logical, motivational, world affair, include political. Touch some issues about economical, plus judicial. You don't know people are stressed out, so emotional. Let it go. You know what Terry Gansey represent. Teach them. Teach them. Little advice. Be a better man in life. Just a little advice. Gun is not the only choice. Oh no. Little advice. Me know the suffering no nice. Tell them teach.
Presenter, big up yourself.
A little advice. So when you do what you do, think twice. Yeah. I know the poor is going through such hard times. Now it seems living as a poor is a crime. No youth eyes open but mentally blind. The system infected the right frame of mind. Lost in a corruption of good use get twined. Just through material, glitter and shine. The Holy Bible for them is like the latest Bagel 9. To the elders they are so unkind.
Little advice.
To be a better man in life. Tell them, teach them. Little advice. Me know the suffering no nice. Reach them. Just a little advice. Gun is not the only choice. Oh no. Little advice. So when you do what you do, think twice. Yeah. Neglect the task of reality. It's such cruel luck. Many striver who know it and do it naturally, innocent to slaughter. And you kidnap the victim who you rape and leave. Mentally shock or you fear rob and kill a lady then. One on a shop, kill up one a friend. If you want dumpling in at the pot, have so much guns and evil can't buy shot. All I run from police, but are the whole place you lock. Look at that, teach them is back. Just a little advice. to be a better man in life. Oh God, yeah. Little advice. Me know the suffering no nice. No. It is good to eat from thy own vineyard. Remember, thou shalt not steal from thy neighbor's yard. Filthy some become squirrel the city like dogs. 10, 11, 12, every day gonna mag. No funeral keep, every day in the week without equal rights and justice. There'll be no peace, no matter how them come with them soldier and police. Remember what? Those who wish shall reap.
Little advice.
So when you do what you do, when you do what you do what you do, when you do what you do, think twice. Teach them little advice to be a better man in life. Oh yeah.
Yeah, peeps. When I talk to the youth them in these various places, that tune I'm going to play first. Just a little advice that me come to go now. You understand what I say? You see, it's a little advice, man. Gun is not the only choice. It's a little advice to be a better man in life. Ganzi, big up yourself anyway you're there. Yeah, I'm a general. Yeah. Set away. There has been a lot of talk about the Constitutional Reform Committee and its makeup and its something. They have been convening and things have been happening. Everybody know my views. I don't have anything personal against Professor Trevor Monroe. What I have an issue with is the fact that Professor Trevor Monroe is, I think, the director of the National Integrity Action. And my take on that is that because Mr. Monroe has been so actively involved in politics, even being a political candidate in an election for the people, and no matter which party, for the People's National Party, I don't know that his directorship at the NIA is one that can escape scrutiny for a possible conflict of interest. He said something recently that I am in agreement with. So as I say, even though we can beat some people, if them say some things where me can't see through, then me can't see through it. And he has said that, he would like to see greater access to discussions and decisions being made by the Constitutional Reform Committee for the public. And I think that is a very good suggestion. So even though we have an issue with Mr. Monroe being a part of the Integrity Commission, it doesn't detract from the fact that this makes sense. You understand? So Director of the National Integrity Action, Professor Trevor Monroe, is pushing for the Constitutional Reform Committee to have meetings under the glare of the public. Not so sure about that part. You understand? And to make available to Jamaicans decisions of fundamental significance that were made in previous meeting. That I am in full agreement with. As he said, and to me, so he said that the meeting should be held, some of them publicly under the glare of the public. I don't know if I would go that far. However, to make available to Jamaicans decisions of fundamental significance that were made in previous meetings. I can get onto that. Monroe's suggestion resonates with a recommendation made by St. Andrew South Eastern Member of Parliament Julian Robinson during the sitting of Parliament last Tuesday. So the NIA director said that the deliberations of the committee, which will address changes to provisions related to the Charter of Fundamental Rights and other entrenched sections, should be conducted in a transparent manner and be open to public scrutiny. I am in full agreement with that. You understand? Absolutely unequivocal agreement. See me? He also called for the terms of reference of the committee to be formally published by the committee. While the committee has pledged to engage members of the public through meetings, I think they had the first one in Montego Bay. I'm soon talk about that. In each of the counties, Monroe cautioned against presenting concrete decisions to the public before proper consultation. Again, I am in agreement. And listen to this is important. he is cautioning against presenting concrete decisions to the public before proper consultation. So, they make a decisions and bring it, come give it. No, it is important for think. It is constitutional reform. Yes, they have put together a very able team of people based on the nature of the activities. However, how much of them? I think that 12 people, are assessing things that will affect 6 million people. So whilst we have roughly 3 million people here, there are about 3 million other Jamaicans in the diaspora. So we have to talk about everybody. You understand? So consultations, and not consultations for consultation's sake, for seeming to have a consultation, but active consultations where the public give their opinion, voice their concerns, and these concerns and opinions are addressed where applicable. You understand? Some things where people are going to say can't be a part of the process, to be honest with you. But there are well-thinking Jamaicans, thousands, that would be able to add something meaningful to the constitutional reform process. And as such, some of these people are not in government or on the committee, but would be able to add value to the process. So I think that provisions should be made to treat with this. So I am in full agreement. So I could continue. Which are we there? Yes. He said, a consultation code of practice for the public sector, published by the Cabinet Office more than 15 years ago, defined consultation as a process that provides an opportunity for groups and individuals to make input into decisions. The folks seem to think that this is a matter that you decide and then ask what you think, Monroe said. Now, during the sitting of Parliament last Tuesday, Robinson argued that the meetings of the Constitutional Reform Committee should be accessible in the same way parliamentary committees are open to the public. This is close to a once-in-a-generational activity, and if you want to generate public interest in the discussions, I believe the committee should open up itself beyond having post-press conferences and media interviews so that the public can be privy to the discussions. The conclusions and recommendations, Robinson said. I am in full agreement with that as well. Responding to Robinson's recommendation last Tuesday, Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou-Fort said that the committee did not close itself down, noting that the suggestion could be discussed within the committee. I appreciate that people want to know, and many times suspicion arises because of ignorance. There is really nothing to hide. When I say there's anything to hide, well, me talk for me now. I am just saying that constitutional reform is a significant undertaking, and as such, as many well-thinking people should be involved in the process. The public will not make the decision, but the public can make suggestions and recommendations, and also voice concerns when they think that something just shouldn't be a part of it, and we decide as to whether or not the committee will accept or reject. So to say that we have nothing to hide and suspicion because of ignorance is a little bit condescending and disingenuous in my view, but we move. All right. Malahou-Fort, the former Attorney General, said that constitutional reform work is complex. I appreciate that. So that deliberating outside the public glare doesn't mean it is easy. And as I said from the start, I say the public glare, me not think me in for that. However, consultations and meaningful active consultations is needed. Not just a town hall meeting here and there, but meaningful, organized consultation. So I don't think that the meeting should be in the public. Me never agree with that from the beginning. But there should be access in terms of the process, what is being looked at, how is being looked at, what is the idea, and how we go forward. Is it? Alright, I will continue. Malahou-Fort also disclosed that formal terms of reference for the Constitutional Reform Committee were finalized and agreed to by the committee. The terms of reference, she said, indicate that the committee was building on the vast body of work previously done. They specify that the work will be carried out in phases with proposed timelines and that decisions on what to recommend are being made by consensus. Yeah man, me get that, me understand that, as it should be. But she told parliamentary colleagues that members of the public would have an opportunity to provide feedback on all recommendations made by the CRC before a submission goes to the cabinet for its approval. And I suppose out of this will also come some referendums. I saw where the minister recently was encouraging, and also the youth representative on the committee, young people who are not enumerated to be so enumerated as to be able to participate in any referendum going forward. Because I think there will be a I've heard suggestions that a referendum is coming on the Republic situation and probably one other one. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Reed. I'm not sure. I can't, so I don't answer that. Lancelot Reed, big up yourself in the family. Give thanks. You know, I appreciate the support. You see it? Yeah, man. Lady MS, big up yourself. Thanks for the contribution over on PayPal. Yeah. So, yeah. But we saw now where the Constitutional Reform Committee, they hosted their first public consultation. I don't know if that's that's more of a town hall, but alright. So following mounting criticisms over a lack of public involvement in the work of the Constitutional Reform Committee, the group, well, this was in the past. This was before they held it. So the group, so I'm going to read it as there. So the group held their first in a series of public consultations on the plan to transition Jamaica to a republic. I never get to watch it, unfortunately. Zane, the committee has been criticized by several special interest groups for its approach to the constitutional reform, and so on. We just talk about one of the person here. I think it was held in Sam Sharp Square in Montego Bay, and these things. So, interesting times ahead. These decisions, as I said, is probably close to a once in a lifetime thing. I don't know that a constitutional reform of this scale will take place again in my lifetime. Maybe not. I don't know. So it would be interesting. And this is an opportunity for us to treat with many of the issues facing the country. Some legal issues and these things. So, I don't know. I would love to read the term of reference for the CRC. That agreed thing, if it's documented, which it should be, I would love to have a read. At least better have an appreciation for the whole thing. So when I talk, I can be fair to everybody as well. Because I like to be fair, you know. You understand? Fairness is important. See? Speaking about the Constitutional Reform Committee, there is a suggestion. I don't know if it's the Constitutional Reform Committee is doing this or it is the Justice Ministry, but absolute madness. The Jamaica for Justice slams proposal to impose minimum 20-year prison sentence for children guilty of murder. A proposed amendment to the Child Care and Protection Act, which prescribes, no, I don't think this is the Constitutional Reform Committee. I think this is tied up with that bill that is in front of Parliament or is to be tabled for sentencing guideline, where a murder sentence will automatically attract, I think, 40 years, I think, and something. So I think it's tied up with that, because I know I read it somewhere recently. And there's another one. I think it's 3 pieces of legislation that are being looked at. So the Child Care and Protection one, the minimum sentencing guidelines for murder, and I think something else. I don't remember off the top of my head. See? Right. So a proposed amendment to the Child Care and Protection Act, which prescribes a term of not less than 20 years before a minor found guilty of committing murder becomes eligible for parole, is being described as absolute madness by one rights group. The bill, which was tabled in Parliament last week, is a companion measure to a proposed law, a suite of proposed laws that will impose increased mandatory minimum sentences for murder. So Jamaica for Justice Executive Director Michael Jackson said she finds the tough one-crime approach touted by the government to be problematic and fraught with conflicting policies. She noted that, on one hand, the administration proposes rehabilitation and child diversion, while on the other, it suggests locking them away for years. At the same time, the Cornwall Bar Association President Michael Hemmings believed that members of the judiciary are capable of hearing matters and making a decision based on the merit of each case in determining punishment. That's probably a fair assessment. No statute should try to dictate or step in the arena of the purview of the judiciary as it relates to imposing a statutory minimum mandatory sentence, Hemmings said on Thursday. Interesting. Reacting to the suggested changes to the Child Care and Protection Act, Jackson said that it was the JFJ's belief that any proposed legislation must have express provisions for judicial discretion to be exercised. She said when sentencing is being imposed on a child, the judge should have the authority to prescribe a sentence that deviates from any mandatory minimum term of incarceration. Interesting. Rich people kids in Jamaica will never get 20 years. Jaro, big up yourself. You feel so? No question no? Well, if this is actually enacted into law, me see. I hope you're wrong. Teach, while I am in full support of the reform, be mindful that there are certain groups who will push their agenda, and don't be surprised if certain parental rights are... Yeah man, me know that in a porn, and that's a very good observation, sir. You understand? Very well said. I am very aware of these things, sir. I have seen opposition to issue aspects of the Firearm Amendment Act. I have seen opposition to suggestion of the Bail Act, which is supposed to be in front of Parliament. I have seen all of these things. And I suppose that's a functioning part of a democratic society that, you know, people now go take everything and swallow it, and, you know what I mean, people are going to push back. So I suppose that is democracy at work for you. And no matter what the situation is, you will always have people who are for and against it. So that is a natural process. That is natural process in democratic nations or countries that are supposedly democratic. So suppose it's just part and parcel of reform. You understand? You know, change is not accepted by everybody, and some people see some changes as being change for the worse instead of change for the better, and some people see it for the better versus for the worse. So it depends on how you view the thing and these things. You understand what I say? So yeah. So it go on and go on. It's a very long article. I can't get into that too well. Again, it is no secret my views on the admin and on the service or lack thereof that Philip Paulwell has given as portfolio minister for energy and technology for all his time that he was that. Seeing Mr. Paulwell, based on things that have happened under his stewardship, is somebody where me not even too listen when him talk. It just rubbed me the wrong way. You understand what I say? Most politicians tend to do that, but Mr. Paulwell, based on what has happened under his stewardship in the energy ministry, well documented. You understand? Scandals here, there, and everywhere. I once did a video about Jamaica's most scandal hit politician. He was the topic of the video. And what I did is just point out all the scandals that would have emerged whilst he was Minister of Energy, Science and Technology. Energy. See? That's it. And just doing the research for that video alone kind of just one big old wall of China built, like, me just not really want to hear nothing what him have said. This, just like now, I don't want to hear nothing what Andrew Weekly have to say. Not even morning. You understand? And again, me I speak for myself. Because of things that have happened under their stewardship of these ministries and what has happened to taxpayers' money. Me no want to hear nothing from them. Me no want to hear nothing from Kern Spencer. Me no want to hear nothing from Carl Blight. Me no want to hear nothing from Darrell Vaz. Me no want to hear nothing from Bobby Montague. Me no want to hear nothing from Philip Palwell. Me no want to hear nothing from Omar Davis. Me no want to hear nothing from enough of them. You understand what I say? That's my thing there. And it no matter what the orange or your green, me no want to hear nothing from someone. You understand? Now, that said, no matter what I feel about a man, if a man says something what me think makes sense, me will say it makes sense. Mr. Palwell said something that makes sense. Sir. Philip Palwell concerned increased electricity theft is burning Jamaicans' pocket. Yes, sir. I agree with you on this one, sir. I have never agreed with you on many things, and probably true me not listen to me not even would I get for agree because me just not really want to hear nothing when you have to say. But yeah. With the non-fuel charge on the Jamaica Public Service customers bill climbing by 25% between 2016 and 2021, opposition spokesman on energy Philip Palwell on Tuesday lamented that Jamaicans are being forced to dig deeper into their pockets owing to an apparent increase in electricity theft. So, people are thief electricity, and customers will pay electricity bill if you pay for the people that will thief electricity. Where me pay for what me not use? You know how much my light bill a month time? Me not even want cause me think about it, me broke. Right now me think about my light bill, me not have the money. You understand? Can you imagine now? Why have you not seen everything in the studio? But you see some things. Just in being in this, I work here. This is my place of work. First thing, the AC run most days all day until me I got my bed at night and lock down the studio. You understand? The monitors them, all of the device them, all of them local things. Just run the studio alone, brother. Plus me I pay for that and I pay for man where extract electricity run at some part, run at some place with some local fine wire. Me not like that. Yeah, sir. The charge moved from US 13 cents in 2016 to US 16.26 cents in 2021. Palwell said that apart from some glaring areas of inefficiencies in the operations of the JPS's grid, the bulk of this increase is due to the theft of electricity. Yeah, well, I know Jamaica Phone Service, man, we're working on these things, but you know everything takes time and dime. Yeah, you know where something go? Yeah, we're full of rhyme, you know. You understand? Everything takes time and dime, and give them a look chance. Because I've always said, in the event of certain natural disaster, we hope it happen, but I would love to ensure that my channel is still up and functioning. So, I need to take steps to ensure that I have redundant power and internet and them something. But things take a little time, cash and kind, and dime. You understand? But we're working. As I said, when you see me, I'm working. All right. So now, I mean, the article is a bit lengthy, but it's really and truly something that we need to look at. Just like the bank fees, but that's the next story for you next time. Me, you, everybody will pay light bill, pay for your next man when I use light when I pay for. Me not like that. Find ways to make the people them when I pay for, and stop pressure me. I feel pressured. You understand? And even though pressure make diamonds, I don't see this pressure as diamond forming. You understand? Imagine me I try to work to take care of my local family. Plus me have to take care of next man problem. Me not like that. That no fit me. You understand? Me not love that. The system will pressure me. You understand, sister? The system. People are thief light. And them people they nah pay. And the people them with a thief light I use more light than me, brother. Because these people have them nice AC and them nice washing machine and them big fridge and them big TV and them a sell ice and me and you have to pay for that. Me not like it. People have to live, you know. You understand? But not half of me. Cause me is a hard working man. I not tell the next man not to be a hard working man. Sizzler fan picture nice though. You're nice. You understand? So Paulwell reminded the government that last year during his sectoral debate presentation, he recommended that the administration use money from the hedge fund tax to implement a large-scale project by using rooftops and other spaces in communities afflicted with electricity theft to install solar panels to generate power for these poor areas. The Member of Parliament for Kingston Eastern and Port Royal tabled a private members' motion on April 27, 2022, calling for the matter to be debated in Parliament. Sister, big up yourself in the Empress. I put that to my light bill. Because I have to pay for my light bill plus for Jack and for Jill and for Auntie Mill. I put that to my light bill. Give thanks. Because when me see my light bill a month time, I nobody look on it. You understand? I just lock me eye and pay it. Because if you open me eye when I pay it, you're mad. Before I tell you my light bill, you see? Let me tell you that. I mean, I use the light. So I pay for the light. I have no problem. I pay for the light and I pay for my light. I don't want to pay for a next man light. A next man go pay him one light bill. I try mind my family. I not try mind the next man and his family. I not depend on something. But alright. No, however, Paulwell said his government counterpart, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz, said that the idea was unworkable and that the ministry would come up with other solutions. I'm sure, Mr. Vaz. I again call upon the minister to be front and center in finding a solution to the high level of electricity theft. This is one time I join in the calls by the JPS for a national solution to reduce the amount of electricity theft. It will help to lower the light bills. Let's debate my proposal. Debate the thing, man. As I say, me not listen to Mr. Paul when him talking, because me not really believe in the things that he say. But me agree with him this time. So even though me can, you know what I mean, beat a man when him do wrong, me can always say him might make a good suggestion. Light bills, energy cost is high. Me get that. And you lose the light, the bill will go high. But the bill can be a little less high if me not pay for people with a thief light. And as me say, the dogs don't want to live, you know. But not for me. You understand? Mr. Davis, what go on? How you deal with? I see enough of my people them come back, you know. Big up on yourself, you know. You understand? Yeah. I like that. But I don't like a pay people like Bill. But I like some people them. Il article long so, I don't read the rest of it. But Mr. Paul, well, fair point, sir. I applaud the fact that you have taken the opportunity to bring attention to this again. You understand? So I have to go back to Candle. Candle thing not even safe, you know, because look a breeze through and look a crack in your window and the whole house burn down to you, sister. That even safe. You understand? That me I say. 100 body cameras to be purchased for our cops. Not 1,000. And it's a start. Yay, it's a start. We have about 22,000 police in our force. As good as more. But I lie, me I tell you, I don't know if so much. But we have about 11 to 12,000 police officers in the force. If there Sarge not there or RMG, we couldn't give me a rough estimate. But I think there's about 11 to 12, probably 13,000 police officers in the force. 1,000 body cam. That's what them are going to do with them. Me not understand. I mean, we have to start from somewhere. And at this stage, every police officer in the country should be wearing a body camera. We have wasted enough money to have been able to acquire these things. With man, I keep birthday party with 2-tiered upside down topsy-turvy chocolate cake and them sitting there. Another one. See, I mean, I tell life on people. Another, you see, that's why you know. Another one, because I never read the article before, and so this is my real-time reaction. See, I kind of try to leave the stream article them for that. I'm trying to read them, so I get me unbridled cussing. Another 1,000 body-worn camera will be purchased for members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force during the 2023-24 fiscal year. A body-worn camera, everybody know, but I'm going to read the same way. A body-worn camera is a wearable audio, video, and photographic recording system used to document images of activities. Now, making its contribution to the 2023-2024 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives, Deputy Prime Minister, I forgot to say, Horace and Deputy Prime Minister, you know. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, said that 400 cameras have been deployed. So Jamaica land we love, 14 parishes and all. See? 10, 11, 12, 13,000 police officers. Only have 400 body-worn camera. But I guess we have to start from somewhere. So we see the body cameras not as a challenge for the police force, but as a means of ensuring that the police officers will have the second eye that will relieve a lot of our police officers from false accusations. It is a protective mechanism, not just for the police, but also for the public, Mr. Chang. What do you mean? You sound like I do the police them alone. Dr. Chang said the current police uniform support wearing body cameras, so there has been a move to change in the police uniform, and one of the thought behind that was to get uniform that effectively integrate body-worn cameras, I suppose. Meanwhile, he pointed out that the adoption of geospatial technology within the force has allowed the executive management and commanders to make more data-driven decisions, identify crime hotspots, and help to guide the strategic development of resources. See? We are developing a data-driven decision room. We will be the most modern police force in the region, and we will win the war against criminal terrorists. We will find them, prosecute, and lock them up. If they attack my police officers, these officers are well trained and are capable of protecting themselves, Dr. Chang said. I mean, so we have 14, I guess 100 cameras for each parish. Okay, if we have 400 already and we buy 1,000 more, that how much I wonder the camera them are wear. How much for them so? I guess they will give them to the special operations team. So everybody if you have one Jamaica Porn Service. But my figure say that is the approach, and that is not a bad approach until we get more. But what me I say at this age and stage, see? You understand? I hope no video files go missing. I hope not. You understand? So, get some camera, man. Camera good something. You see? It will protect citizens and protect the police. Everybody protected. We like that. You understand? Let me talk about a few things before me finish. Before me talk about the next few things. So a couple of things. One, I never post no news today. Cause I said, tell you what go on. So I sat down with my green screen behind me right there. So the green screen is retractable. Right there. I sitting here so. And I looking at my camera up on one teleprompter here, so, and I read the news. So when I say, yeah, I done it because this week has been rough. If you realize I am the one who have read the news every day for the week. Not only read the news, but script the news, record the news, edit the news, News. It's very exhausting. But say, me I say, alright, a Friday, nothing, the street kind of calm, be like that. No whole foolishness now go on. Some of us are got boom song. Hey, Kerry, how are you? It's good to see you. No, man, it's okay. You can be late. You understand? But come see me, but give thanks. See? So, teacher sit down and record the news. The whole recording lasted about 23 minutes. I say, news done quick today, I'm not even making a whole mistake. Because, sir, you want a mistake I make more time I read the news. So, now I make enough mistake today. I say, ready up, teacher. Take out. But then, when I look, I record the last part where I say, and that is the news roundup for today. Remember to like the video, share with your friend, and see you next time. And then I say, then why the audio meet up on the monitor? Nah, move. Then I say, oh, no wrong, man. That part there alone in the record. Me can do without that. When I put in the memory card in the iComputer and press play, audio is there. I say, yeah, man, audio did it. So one man says, scrub 3 file a little bit. 5 minutes into the recording, the audio flew away. No audio. Me just take off my shirt and my tie and turn off the camera. I mean, I record back that. So, no news today. But many people now have been asking, where's Abby? Zane? And thing. I mean, I say, you know, that's strange. No, not strange, but it's strange. May I explain to you why. Zane? Let me talk to you straight. So, adding Abby to the channel was a decision that I take because of her training and her experience in scripting and reading the news. She has a lovely voice and stuff. And I believe in I believe in paying people what they are worth. And as such, she was very well paid. So for the people that say, oh, you're someone who's a bit of TVJ, I can assure you that she was being better paid than when she was reading news within the RGR group. But I'll leave that there. However, that said, I run a business. You understand? She started reading the news in October, I think. And it's a business. So it means, as per business, ultimately, when teach the news, I just listen news. When I do it, I watch it. That but I want to give Mutty Perkins voice. That is fine, bro. That's your word, man. Give thanks. We appreciate the support. You see? And a part of business is for it to be profitable. See? So when I did the calculations, I put everything into consideration, and I was of the view that, if each episode do X, then I would be able to pay her and also make some money. Mark, you understand, says some episodes are going to be better than some. So some will make a little bit more money than some, so it will balance out itself. And for the first couple of months, it was okay. You understand? And I had to invest up front too. I had to acquire a teleprompter, a tablet, some lighting, camera, stuff. So it's an investment. Fine. I mean, it's my gear, so that is fine. However, and then I added another person to the team. So all them nice little clippings you see of different things, somebody does that. See? So, we have built something and we like the direction that it is going. And as I said, Abby brings a level of professionalism and polish to the channel. However, it came to a point where the numbers were just not there. You understand? Some episodes were averaging 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That don't make no sense in terms of the business aspect of the thing. I thought about it for a few months because for half of the time that she has been working, I have been absorbing the cost in terms of the news itself not making the money to even pay her, much less I remember me edit the news, me sit down every evening, no matter what, when you see the news, I sit down right here so and edit the news. It takes a lot of time sometimes. You understand? So it wasn't making enough money to pay her. As a matter of fact, put it this way, last 1 month back, the person who get the clip, I had a conversation with him because he came on after Abby saying, I wouldn't be able to keep you because it thing just not add up and it not work out. Things kind of slow and when it pick up rate. What did G do still? The man say, alright teacher, say a word. We just go and work until the thing pick up back. You understand? And because I couldn't take away himself. But then I find the money for PMC me because I look on that and say, you know, things set up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still the board. So with Abby now, I had to be absorbing sometimes a large percent of her salary, plus me not making any money for my time, editing, resources and stuff. It just couldn't work out. So for the people I'm going to ask Abby, if you're not willing to put together her salary, you understand, you don't have to pay me, but if you can put together her salary, without a problem, she can come back. But for now, I just go and do the news thing because it kind of add a little value. I don't read as well as she does. I am not as pretty as she is. My voice is not as nice as hers, but it's me who have right now. So if you don't want to put up thing on a PR on time, fine, it's not a problem. You don't have to give me $1, you know, but if you don't cover PR thing, you understand, whatever else is made, me will work out that and pay the other person. So that is the situation. You understand? So for the people that may complain about where Abby there, if you don't want to PR, let me know. You understand? But I am not able to do so. Yeah. What is her salary? Teach cutting the port due to inflation. Are you still feeling dance on Thursday? No, you're not Empress. I kind of stop. Yeah, I don't go there anymore. Zane, you're pretty man. Miss Teacher, I can. Yeah, man. I mean, as I said, she had a lot to the thing, but the numbers were just not adding up. And at the end of the day, it's a business. And what? So if it was a situation where it was breaking even and the episodes for the month was paying her, I would still persist, you know. Zane and thing, but to be absorbing Zane, it slow. The first half of the year on YouTube is relatively slow. You know, it kind of pick up late September, October, November, December when people are spend more money and advertise for Christmas. You understand? So that is just the reality. People don't understand these things, you know. Zane. Jamaica Porn Service, I don't know that is something when I will say publicly person, but you can link me, I'm tell you. You understand? Yeah. So she would generally do 20 episodes for the month, and the agreement was that for each episode should be paid X. So the calculation was that each episode would make X plus whatever X, what is ever after X, that would be mine, because you don't know anything. We do the editing and all of these things said we, plus time and everything. So it just wasn't working out, guys. So I know no miss her. I hope that if things improve, more than likely she'll be working somewhere else still. So I don't know. She was not interested in traditional media. One, because I guess the pay wasn't as good as she wanted. And plus, with working for me, she was working from home. You understand? She just record the news and send it and give me. And that's it. Well, she scripted it and stuff. So, I them look at things at people. So, I know some people been asked. Sometimes I kind of ignore the questions then because, you know, people business really to get involved in that. And I mean, but I know she would be okay with me, you know, sharing this. So, yeah, that is the situation. So, for those people who are concerned and have been wondering, it's just it was a hard decision, you understand, but I had to make it for quite a few months now. As I said, I have been absorbing large chunks of her salary, plus not making any money, plus time and everything else. It just wasn't working out. That is just the reality. You understand? So that is that. So if it means so much to Uno, I don't want she to stay then. And somehow no talk to somehow no need to watch the news every day neither. I mean, know enough people watch it every day, but like 3,000 views. I mean, there are some episodes that do very well, I suppose. But in general, no fun now watch it or share either. I just make nice too. So we watch it every now and then, and I like to watch it every day and share every day and them something too. So what a nice one. You understand? I like it, as I say, it brings another level of growth to the channel, and I just say I'll continue to do it and see if me get okay at it for the time being and them something else. So as I say, it's a business, and I am a very fair person, I'm a very frank person. So if it not work, I tried my all out. Like I didn't even discuss it with her like in those months. I just keep it moving and say, this thing have so much potential, eventually it will blow up. But I guess because it is a little bit more structured and a little bit more refined, and it's not about man dash a man around there, so or who send message to who. Some people just not watch it. I mean, you are free to watch what you want, but it was an expense for me, and I like me have a business where it can absorb that and it make back somewhere around this and them something. I have bills to pay and you to feed. You understand what I say? So I tried for months really, and it is just that. So yeah, so I think I didn't need to share that with the people, because since a lot of people have been asking, it's only fair that I, express what the situation is. So it's a lot of work. Trust me, it is a lot of work. I have been exhausted all week. Zane. And I haven't done an interview for the past probably month and a half. Zane. Because one, Scotty wasn't available for one. I needed a break, and I had interviews on file what we do. And there are a couple of weeks when we do all 4 interviews 1 week, and them they just pile up, and you understand. So I took a break for various reasons and things. So I had a little time for this, but we're gonna start do back interviews soon. So one day for the week, the news probably not gonna read. That's just the situation as is. You see me? So we just go and do the thing. So when people, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That is that. I wasn't able to continue footing that expense. It wasn't paying for itself. Zane. So business are just business. You understand? And she understood, and while she was, very sad, it's just something that I had to do. You understand? So yeah, man. We'll see. So if things work out on a little level and she's available, she'll always have a place here and thing. But for now, Mr. Davis have to just go and listen to the news. You understand? And thing. And also, strangely, I think there are still many people who actually prefer when I read. I don't know why. You understand? But it's just, I guess people just were used to me. I don't think some people adapted to her or warmed up to her, else the numbers would be different. That is just the reality too. You understand what I say? So while there are some good episodes in terms of number and in terms of making money, at the end of the day, it just wasn't working out. You understand what I say? So yes, every time I'm watching I heard artists and so on, big up teach them. When he's not there, I guess they don't know him in person because it's another video crew there. So I don't know. They just have big me up in general presenter. You know what I think go? Yeah, so Sister Fan did ask me about that. So yes, I actually stopped going there. I've spoken about it a few times, and I really need to get back into it still. But yeah, I have my reasons, and the energy just not right for me. And I have to do too much work to get a video ready and present to you guys. So it just never worked out for me either. You understand? And I would have spoken to the organizers, and explained to them how certain things work. You understand? The situation where everybody walk with tracks like a concert, that is not rubber dub. And enough of the tracks them have harmonies and vocals on them where I come up as copyright, and my editing process I put hours and days on it and annoying. Plus, all the man them treat some of the young artists, them never like it. You understand what I say? If you say it's a platform when come where young artists can come learn, seeing as elders, you guide the youth, them and laugh for the youth them and go on like you want to style the youth them. So I talk to them about them something and it's like nothing change. So I left. Yeah, so that's that. I have better things to do with my time than support something where I not agree with. You understand? But the whole concert vibration or the thing turning and everybody I walk with your tracks on CD and flash. I know rubber dub that. Rubber dub be selector play the tune and turn over the version and man DJ. If you have DJ, you DJ for any rhythm or sing for any rhythm man. And on a concert in name rubber dub. Back in the days, nobody now can no vinyl can get Danny Dread and say play this. Danny Dread play where man play a man sing and DJ upon that. So, and as me say, the disrespect that I've seen meted out to some young artists there, when I talk to the people them about, I never like that. You understand what I say? Because one of the vision of the platform was for young artists to come see how the elders them do it to help keep the tradition of the music going. And it start become a thing where man keep score about who flop a 10 man that and this no bro. You understand? So I have spoken to the organizer. There is somebody who will be very good with, you understand? I took the time because I liked it, you understand, and I open up because I normally do these things. I not go everywhere and do everything. I not do that. And I open up my platform to the platform, you understand, because I see the benefit of it. And plus, it is good for networking too, and it kind of complement what I do with the interviews. And, I thought a good thing was going when issues come up, me them point them out, because them not understand the YouTube side of the thing. You understand? But one of the things when I learn about these things still is when certain things reach a certain level, nobody not really business with nobody again. Them just business with for them thing and everything. Moving on. So that's that. I wish them all the best. And I mean, people link me every day. All Friday night, about 6 different people. Last night, where's the location? And we give them the location, see me and guide them and things. It's not a problem. You understand? It's not hard animosity or nothing. We just stop doing it because it's too much work for me. Plus, stop disrespecting young artists. Them young artists them for a reason. Them learn them crafts. You guide them. You encourage them. You see what them do wrong. Work on your breathing. You understand? Work on your clarity. Go do some more practice. Try the rhythm there. Practice it. Don't laugh after no man and man tush and man flap on them. So I don't like that. Oh, if you teach somebody like that. As a teacher, you teach somebody like that. Or you teach a child where you disrespect. That don't make no sense. Make we move on. So yeah, me get all of them things you that way. So you know what thing go? I made that decision and I stopped for about a month. I was called and said things are gonna change. I went back 2 weeks in a row to see the thing would change. As a matter of fact, I kind of see things get worse, so I just don't go back. You understand? When I go there every Thursday night, I have a staff to pay. Scotty is there, another person is there. You understand? I pay them, but them not work for free. Zane, and then now in order to make something out of each night based on the amount, there are some time when, because when I end up the to start though, is run the dry files them through YouTube. Not post them and just upload them and let them process. And there are some week when all 40 and 50 had copyright issues with just the one show. And me have to cut out every single one to make something happen. And I said to the man them, look, if the sound then come play, them only can play a dub play. When the man them a come DJ, the selector play the song, the man not come with no CD or nothing, but every man come with them CD, same and thing, and it make my have better things to do with my time. You understand? Friday mornings I used to be exhausted. And still have to get up every Friday morning to get my child ready. We carry him to school every single Friday morning, see me. Every single Friday morning. And me do it because at the end of the day, so I can't, no, I don't have time for that. But I could move on. So, and one of the things too, you know, some things are better left unsaid, but me not go around here no more. If the energy not right, I take flight. Moving on. Patrick Roberts free to travel after bail conditions. And me not say nothing here, so I not say to the man them up front neither. So, this is not a secret, you understand? I talk to the man them day in, day out. You understand? About the thing. So, I not depend on something there. You see me? Music producer and politician Patrick Roberts, who has been before the courts to answer charges of forgery, uttering forged documents and conspiracy to defraud since 2021, on Thursday had his bail conditions varied to allow him to travel on business, but not before his bail bond was increased. Yes, Sizzler fans, same person. Roberts, who has been on a station bail, had his bail increased from $300,000 to $600,000 when he appeared before Supreme Court Judge Leighton Pusey in Kingston. Roberts, who is the principal of recording label Shocking Vibes, is also the local government representative for the People's National Party as councillor for the West Central St. Andrew constituency. Now, attorney Saeed Bernard, in making the application for Roberts' bail to be varied, said it was to allow his client to collect his passport Thursday in order to leave Jamaica the following day, bound for the United States and then to the United Kingdom before returning to the island on May 22nd. The passport will be returned to the custody of the court on May 23, the attorney said. In pressing for the request to be granted, Bernard emphasized that Roberts has his business establishment in the island as well as his family, and as such, there was little to no risk of him fleeing the bond. Now, Justice Pusey, in granting the variation, however, took pains to point out that the timing of the application for the variation was unfortunate and placed the court in a difficult position, given the nearness of the travel date. In response to Bernard's stressing that Roberts' travel was occasioned by his position as a counsellor, Justice Pusey said the court was not moved by this. Very good. As it had a duty to treat all individuals before it the same way, like that, without granting special privileges to any because of their positions. Very well. The order was subsequently granted, allowing Roberts to travel and his bail extended. Yep. No, as we said, yeah, man. So Patrick has been in front of the court, Sizzler fan. I think you know that, cause nothing in entertainment field never miss it, you know, Sizzler fan. So that miss it. Cause enough, not some things where you say, I say, yeah, so that it go. So you know more about what go on nice space than me. So my friend say you never know that. O'Neal fame no show and I never really see him dissing anyone unless him. Yeah, that is true. O'Neal nah diss nobody. You understand? O'Neal nah diss no artist. No. Public advisory. You understand? And thing. Throat cancer on the rise. UK doctor blames oral sex. You understand? So, to each his own, you know. Every man choose to do for them things differently. That throat cancer thing, through oral, I can't catch it. You understand? So, if you can catch it, I just make you know what the data say. But I can't catch that, because I say, you understand? In order for you to catch that, it means, say, you understand, I can't catch that. I just wonder the same thing. Oh, she missed that. Yeah, Miss Davey, she don't miss them things. Yeah, but big up to the G them where, I mean, if I hear a thing, you know, because them things are not too taboo no more, you know, you understand? And anything a man want to do in a bedroom, I feel him things still. But me can't catch that. You understand? But if you can't catch me, just share the info with you. Because info we share about you. You see? So I just make you know. Because when people, you understand? A recent study in the United Kingdom has concluded that cases of, what is? Oropharyngeal cancer. Yes, I can't even pronounce it. Oropharyngeal. I think that's the pronunciation. Oropharyngeal cancer, a type of throat cancer, are quickly rising. An expert from the Institute of Cancer in the UK has confirmed that having multiple oral sex partners is one of the leading factors to the rise of a throat cancer epidemic. Zane, Isham Mehanan is a professor at the Institute of Cancer and Genomic Sciences at the University of Birmingham in England. According to the professor, the number of lifetime sexual partners, especially oral sex partners, is the main risk for the oral cancer, thanks to the spread of the human papillomavirus HPV. Though relatively harmless, HPV is still one of the most common sexually transmitted diseases. And past studies have shown that multiple sexual partners increases the risk of catching the virus, which in turn can develop into cancer. Oh, the part I know still. While not now, in the past, I may have, you know what I mean, been in that category, the part about multiple sexual partners. But I don't know. You understand? I good, but the next part I can't catch it. In some patients, the virus is able to replicate continuously and over time integrates at random positions into the host's DNA, some of which can cause the host cells to become cancerous, the doctor explained. I don't love that. The New York Post reports that cases of HPV linked to the oral cancer rose annually in the United States by 1.3% in women and 2.8% in men. A man a lead. You see, think that when man them for a lead and then not leading, this then choose to lead. So 1.3% in women and 2.8% in men from 2015 to 2019. We don't need to pick your right things to lead, man. It further reported that 70% of oral cancers, which affected the tonsils, base of the tongue and back of the throat, are caused by HPV infections in the US. Now, safe sex practices, along with adoption of an HPV vaccine, can significantly lower the number of throat cancers cases annually. Okay. According to the New York Post, one study explained that over 90% of HPV-associated cancers could be prevented with HPV vaccination, but vaccine uptake remains suboptimal. You mean they chat foolishness. Man, but as me as a presenter, I mean, if it's a man thing, it's a man thing, you know. Can't fight a man. But me just make a man them know, say, info, I say you have to be careful. You understand? Worse if it's not just your steady partner you're involved in oral sex with, because say, it is a dangerous world out there. You understand what I say? These are some serious times. You understand? It's rough. But presenter, I think we are going, you know. Sister said we eat responsibly. But the thing we are going, sister, is that is a large part of it. But apparently, if you have multiple sex partners and not just, involved in oral sex, it still can become a thing because of the possibility of HPV. You understand? Yeah, scary. Me not fight a man for him thing. I mean, we live in a very liberal world now, I suppose, where, people do what they want to do and know what they want to do it and where they want to do it and with who they want to do it. But yeah, it's a thing, and as I say, we have to teach them. Yeah, and them, people, and, now, to our next story where female gal is causing distress for our residents and thugs. Yo, these stories are you? Yeah. No, Mr. Davis. To each his own. I don't know what that you're saying, sir. You will have to read that one. You understand what I say? Yes, sir. No, you know the star Kaylis. And I star, I see that story, you know. See it? I see that story and I star and say, I say that story, it's interesting. Me had paradoxa that in an age of more access to and availability to education, sex education. Yes, that is very true, Adrian. You understand? A lot of people are not willing to have these conversations. I think conversation about sex makes some people uncomfortable. I don't know why. You understand what I say? Them very careless, Kerry. It's the most careless paper. But I see that story, I say, you know, more time I come here and talk about some things where it's very heavy and serious. Like this very heavy, you know, and serious. But say, you know, heavy and serious as raping and murdering of children and then sitting there. You understand? But here we go on another part here. The Weekend Star has been reliably informed that a Kingston community was in turmoil following news that a group of females were courting other women in the area, much to the displeasure of the men and several concerned parents. The situation has reportedly become so tense that it required the intervention of the police, who have since held several peace talks with residents in order to quash the issue. However, the determined set of female galleys have not relented and are allegedly in conflict with a group of male thugs in the area, as well as with some women who are in their sights. We had to step in a few months ago because the girls them and the men are having issue at the police attack, you know. The girls them attack with the girls them. I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean the girls them. The girls them attack with the girls them. So the man them not really have no whole heap of woman to turn to. So that cop whose identity is being withheld. The lawman also described the situation as very tense and said that he was hoping the interventions would help to restore peace within the area. We are not sure if our intervention will make a lasting difference, but we are not having the sort of conflicts that we were having earlier. But we know it is tense. Some of the residents were upset, saying that they don't want their children to be mixed up with some of the girls, the police officer said.
5 and 4, 9 and Mr. 1 make 10. The Admiral Tibet as Mr. Reality introducing to you. Teach them, no matter how far them they are reach them. Listen to this classic. We are living in a serious time. Yes. Don't let the devil blow your mind. The time is so serious. Can't 5 and 4, 9 and Mr. 1 make 10. The Admiral Tibet as Mr. Reality introducing to you. Teach them, no matter how far them they are reach them. Listen to this classic. We are living in a serious time. Yes. Don't let the devil blow your mind. The
time is so serious.
Cantankerous and dangerous. Yes. Yeah. He's only in the Father. Teach them put his trust. The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. Move. Yeah. Said all over the world, everyone is in a heated rush. On a bet.
Is that everything good for eat, good for talk?
5 and 4, 9 and Mr. 1 make 10. The Admiral Tibet as Mr. Reality introducing to you. Teach them, no matter how far them they are reach them. Listen to this classic. We are living in a serious time. Yes.
Tibet no one go on, you know. Serious time.
The time is so serious. cantankerous and dangerous. Yes,
Yeah.
he's only in the Father. Teach them, put his trust. The time is so serious, say, cantankerous and dangerous.
Move.
Said all over the world, everyone is in a heated rush. On a bet, it's not everything good for eat, good for talk. I don't trust no shadows after dark. They will walk and talk, eat and drink with you. Pretend as if they're all with you, but I won't let no one harm me. And I won't try to harm anyone. For when you think it's peace and safety, it's a sun destruction.
But now I play no more tune. Yo, time them are serious. Yeah, that's what I say. But now clash nobody, you know, brother. But now clash nobody, man. More time some tune. You know what I mean? I think about them and I think they would add value to the stream, different topics. So, you know, I link them on them. But if you have some more dub plate in the week, you know, but one of the artists sick out, they have flu and asthma and situation and thing. And yeah, so if you get some more, plus some more from some other people in the forward yet. So you know what I think, yeah. Them things there. There's a situation surrounding Boom Dynamite and young upcoming artist Willful Skillful. They were involved in a motor vehicle accident on Wednesday night. I'm gonna call Dynamite yet based on his situation at the time. He was unconscious. He has now regained consciousness. I'm really happy to hear that. My link killer today still, but I never really get to talk to him. But if I link toddler, but I kind of get caught up. So he makes some link tomorrow to find out what going on. So apparently they were on their way from one event to a next event, and the car in which Dynamite was in collided with a Suzuki Swift. The car that Dynamite was in overturned. I think Willful Skillful was unconscious initially. Then Dynamite now suffered a seizure after the accident, and as such, he was admitted apparently in critical condition or serious condition. I read something earlier that he has regained consciousness, so we really and truly happy to hear that and stuff. So, you know, me get a day or so before me really link up, because you know what I think, but them things that a man really must answer the phone and them something. So I hope that the DJ, also Willful Skillful, I interacted with him when I interviewed Angel Doulas. If you watch Angel Doulas' interview, he appeared in the interview as well. He actually sing a song or something in the thing as well. So somebody who I have interacted with as well. So I hope that he was treated and released. He said he was unconscious for a few minutes and stuff and thing. So yeah, the road is a serious thing, you know. I don't even like driving thing most of the time. You understand? So as soon as, you know, some more information, hopefully positive information is available, I'd be more than, and that was in the newscast today actually, where me never get a post because 3/4 it never have no audio. You understand? Because me not set up my redundant audio yet. See, so because me just work in progress. So yeah, you know, from one level to the next. I was supposed to talk about this earlier, and then because I don't have it in the script, I was supposed to talk about it from my head. I never remember at the time. So yeah, I hope that the DJ will be okay. You understand? I don't know the situation of the drivers or anybody else in the other car, because that was not mentioned. So I hope everybody who was involved will be okay. You understand? So yeah, that's the situation there. So yeah man, the road set away family. Mr. Davis, see, enjoy yourself, you know. You alright, you know. But not even look at you, sir. You understand what I say? Father Reed, thanks for the contribution over on the cash app there. Give thanks. You understand? We appreciate it. You understand? We tell Lady MS for the thanks for over PayPal and thing. Sizzler fan, you know me, I think I sent you a message the other day on the app Because I think he had made a contribution over on a good PayPal the one night time, you know. I did appreciate it like. You see? So, yeah. Alright. It was you? Yeah. It was you. And there's another person. I don't like to call out people name now, but S. Kelly, I think this was April 23rd, made a contribution, and Finar, the people that will contribute all over the place. Big up on yourself, and I appreciate it. But the people that move up on Patreon, I not treat you no well, you know. You understand? And who is a concern about football? Brother, I'm done with football for the season. Brother, I'm not even Amir, I want to kick one ball in the house, right? Now I take them up. I don't want to say no football about it. I don't know what they're asking about. I joke about that, I'm here football there, but I don't talk about no football. Love me with my depression, man. I don't want a man talk to me about no football. You understand what I say? Talk to me about sickness. Talk to me about no football. My people them over Patreon, I don't big up on yourself. I really and truly need to treat you better now. Can you treat me good enough? You understand? A long time in a reason we do now. Me not a sore loser, Nix. What you mean loser? I have not been a winner in a long time, so losing come into this. Me no want nobody talk to me about no football, sir. That is all me I say. See, Arsenal fan, them want to big up on themselves. Look like one want to choke too, because City look like they want to win the league after one lead the league all season. I don't want to work out that neither. But big up to Arsenal, they have been playing some lovely football. Big up City. Newcastle play some good ball too. You understand? I enjoy watching Newcastle. But that's as far as I can go. Right now, I love me as cargo, so I love me go and suffer. You understand what I say? I love me go and suffer, man. And I face my sufferation by myself. That's what cargo say. Yeah, so I face my sufferation by myself. I want a man talk to me about football, man. You understand? You see me and love me too. Me a trouble, you know? I will tell you people stay, Bridget. You see me there, have good, you know? I have a good stream, you know? And the man them decide to trouble me. I mean, I trouble people, you know? I don't trouble people, but that's how things set up still. You understand? Yo, they did laugh, teacher. 4 years I have Chelsea on my car. Big up. No, I love my side, you know. But me I love them from afar for the rest of the season. Me see them come pre-season. You understand what I say? Pre-season, me by then time, me flush it out of my system. But say right now, don't allow me, sir. You understand? From the World Cup comes straight, it's just not my year. You understand what I say? Because Brazil, sure. Yeah, prison hangs over Brady. Talk about other people business. You don't know me. The FCJ, which is the Factory Corporation of Jamaica, wants this barred attorney locked up for $110 million debt. Lampard and no coach, brother. It's just interim. That was a stupid move, too. If you follow me on Twitter, me then tweet about that and left you. You understand what I say? Because me not get that. You understand? Depression is real. You see me? Right now, I have a nightmare tonight. Because look how I come here and say, yo, I don't want no man ask me nothing about Chelsea, you know? And the man them ask me the exact thing about Chelsea. Trouble can't do this early, I know, brother, because when you mind your own business, people are mind your business, you know. The state-owned Factories Corporation of Jamaica has filed an application in the Supreme Court to have disbarred attorney Harold Brady sent to prison for a debt that has ballooned to over $110 million. I will have money that, you know. You understand? I wear my shirt, man, but next season. You understand? My shirt I go and breeze. You can't wear a shirt at that time, my brother. You will get a salt breeze that blow off of your club, my brother. Then a salt breeze that blow up on your club, I'm not on your shirt. I don't want them breeze that blow up on my shirt, brother. Now wear them there. Them in a closet run one part back of me, so nah trouble them. Yeah, me all have a Chelsea hat and all sort of things in the brother. I'm not too wear hat still, cause I true my head big like I not too love your hat business. You understand? Imagine my head and the hat very hot. I love that. You understand? So I could continue and talk about things we affect the country. Chelsea affect the country. Things we affect the country we are talking about. You understand? Chelsea they are Jamaica. I don't love me too. No man, it go fit me, man. I ask man, they work out, man. Son, for wise. So, the application is scheduled to be heard on July 20th, when a judge is expected to rule whether Brady should be imprisoned. There was no response to question emailed to Brady's attorney, Jerome Spencer, seeking to ascertain whether he would challenge the application, and if so, the grounds he intended to rely on. I will respond after I receive instructions from Brady, Spencer said. Now, the debt stems from a scale. The debt stems from the scale of a FCG-owned property on Marcus Garvey Drive in the corporate era for $140 million, which was handled by Brady. According to a complaint the company filed with the General Legal Counsel in 2015. The GLC regulates the legal profession in Jamaica. Now, according to the complaint, he collected the full purchase price for the property, which is $140 million, but only accounted for $70 million despite numerous requests to hand over the funds. Further, the Factories Corporation of Jamaica complained to the GLC that Brady's failure to hand over the file relating to the transaction with due expedition and to register the sale agreement within 30 days caused the company to incur interest and penalties that pushed the debt to $111 million. After a hearing, the GLC found Brady guilty of professional misconduct and ordered that his name be struck from the list of attorneys authorized to practice in Jamaica, and that he should pay FCJ $111 million with interest. Now, under Jamaican law, a judgment of the GLC can be enforced similarly to a judgment of the Supreme Court. The FCJ's application to the Supreme Court last Thursday sought to enforce a previous order made by another High Court judge in 2019 that disbarred the attorney. That the disbarred attorney be committed to the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center for 30 days. Now, attorney, well, I never know that. That order was made after Brady failed to make agreed $1 million monthly payment to FCJ as ordered by the court. But in fairness still, the man will pay $1 million if he can't practice law again and him is a liar. Me understand why them disbar him, but me just say, I don't know. Alright. So that order was made after Brady failed to make agreed $1 million monthly payment to the FCJ. Well, the FCJ as ordered by the court, according to the attorney. The committal proceedings are an enforcement tool provided for in our law for somebody to essentially compel a judgment, debtor to pay a debt. So this is what the article are rough. So this is what the FCJ is using to kind of force Mr. Brady to pay the sums, one of the attorneys said. So you do a transaction for you sell a company on behalf of the Factories Corporation of Jamaica for $140 million. And only thing the company where you sell the company, the thing for, only 50% of the sale them get. With Jaja. Yo, boy, I don't know. That is why. And then, I don't know, cause who make it be that you need lawyers? My mic sounds all of a sudden. Mic check 1, audio check 1. Who made it a rule that you need lawyers to be involved in certain transactions in the first place? Some lawyers or politicians, I don't know who made, because there have been so many cases that I have read or discussed or covered where lawyers have fleeced their clients of hundreds of millions of dollars. And the most that will happen is that they are disbarred from the Bar Association by the GLC. And most times, the money is not paid back. Most times. So, I don't know. Marriott, Wagwan family, good night. You see me? 110 million, yo. When I'm going to see them money there one day, I go and look. You understand? I am going to look. Peeps, I left with this of United. You see me? Big up on yourself, yeah, sir. Me enjoy the stream tonight, you know. It was a nice little vibration. It was a mixed vibe. You don't need a lawyer. JP can do the same. Lightsmith, blessings, give thanks. Okay. In all transaction, for example, you know what I mean, a property, a house, and I mean say property as in land and houses and stuff and other buildings. I don't know. So yeah, from 7:30 me a streaming a family. From the devil was a boy that you know. Long time. You understand? Peace, big up on us. As I say, me enjoy streaming and okay, Lightsmith, give thanks. I appreciate the insight. You see me? Big up yourself. I think that the first time I see the name, if the first time I about give thanks, if not, you know, I appreciate the continued support. But I think that the first time I see the name. For the viewers on Twitter and the viewers on Facebook, I don't see nobody coming from over the side, so that's why I'm not even to mention. But the stream is simultaneously going out on all three platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You know, YouTube, I mean, this is my home. You understand? This is where I build my house. You understand? I just visit them other property there. You understand? Over Twitter and Facebook from time to time. But yeah, we stream over there same way. The stream goes over there now. Recently, like the last couple of streams, I have done that and it seems to work very well and things. So for the people them who are watch on Facebook, you can comment, you know. And the people them over on Twitter, if anybody are watch over there, you can say and then get involved in the thing. But them prefer you come over here so still. Over here on the veranda like, yeah, me like that. See? Show me how much people are watch over Twitter, but like 38 people see it. I can't go on Facebook with my phone because I don't choose to go on Facebook with my phone. You understand? Somebody comment over Twitter, but I never see when the comment they come in. The comment supposed to show over here, so with the Facebook side or the Twitter side. Yes, but I guess we missed that. And thing, or Sinclair comment over there. Sinclair, you know, if you come across this, come watch the thing, man. Yeah, but some people we don't watch it on Facebook. If anybody is still watching live over Facebook or Twitter, comment and say, oh, as a matter of fact, I comment on this myself. Because I say, more time you depend on people for do things so you don't do it, you know. You have to do things for yourself these days, because you see people. You understand? Say my comment from over here, so. Well, yeah, but some people we don't watch it. Hold on. Everybody still live over hold on, background music. I saw not hear loud in the ears. I want not the background music not loud too loud. Come in hold on now. 1 minute at ear man. Me I play this over here, so. Nah man, so hold on. I don't hear the background music. People that listen on Facebook. The one background music now play too loud in the ears. No, sir. Me comment from where I sound, sir. It a play, no? It's not that loud. Nah, man. Oh, I not see that comment that pop up, so I don't know. Teacher, I make you tell earlier, but it now give me take charge. It faint on here. Okay, did load look well over here, sir. It's always load for. Oh, alright. I probably need to tap play or something if it's true. You know? But yeah, Moonlight, tell me say a thing load up, me turn it down, man. No, it just load when I go over Twitter look while. It never too load, you know, load well. No well, I don't know. Let me see how it sound on Facebook. Let me not hear that because I only see through something. But alright. So I'm going to stop playing. Mr. Davis, you alright, you know? You're quiet for until the doctor see you. Peeps, big up on yourself, yeah, sir. Soon, enjoy the one them company in the night, yeah? For the people that were pretty things on Facebook and Twitter, big up on yourself. But you know, you can come over here on YouTube or on the veranda. I not put out nobody, you know. You understand? We welcome everybody. Zine. But enjoy your weekend, you understand? Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. You understand? And I remember say we live in a serious times. So we have to be careful. We do not do like, you understand? But as we say, to each his own. Mr. Davis, big up yourself. Peeps, what good? Step with ya. You understand? We soon. I left on we don't have tune. Gandhi, Ras Gandhi, big up yourself. You understand? We still a search and hope for a better Jamaica. You understand? I don't think we'll ever have a violent-free society, but I'd like to have a society where the violence is considerably less than it is, where the murder rate is as low as it is in the lowest country, and it is safe for our children and grandchildren. And when we turn grandparents and great-grandparents, we can enjoy what is left of our lives in Jamaica, land we love, land of food and water. You know what I mean? Gandhi, big up yourself.
Hey man, if you know so Gandhi represent for the big bad, teach them. So we say teach them, entertain them, educate them, and teach them all the while, and never stop what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Chat the rhythm. Take a good look around us. Are we pleased with our living conditions? Senseless killing each and every day. What's happening to our youths? Oh no, we don't want no more bloodshed. We don't want no more youths dead. Then look at Jamaica where we love, bring it back to what it was. Too much youngsters and thugs and AKs and slugs. Take a look at the rainbow. Let's see sorrows and rainbow. You can't make life and no still a take life. Say you a murderer one day you must pay the price. Life is so hard. Every day we see ghosts. You gotta live it up right. Are you wicked? Gun no. If it's not by police, it's by gunman. That's the way it goes. Living in the ghetto region. Teach them down in the ghetto where we born and grow. No, daddy, I just with mother one we know. Every day she say, me son, protect your life. Vampires and bloodsuckers walk day and night. Them say them a friend, them are no friend. Make the right choice. Make sure you listen to your mama voice. Not try for this, my mama true, you walking with your crew. Make me mama cry and does lightning for you. But if you diss me, you can get wet. That's alright.
Oh, no, never did I hear nothing. Me I say Roger from the group is finar in Jamaica Phone Service. Him good man. We don't want no more youths dead.
They look at Jamaica where we love, bring it back to what it was. Too much youngsters and thugs and AKs and slugs. Take a look at the rainbow. Let's see sorrows and rainbow. You can't make life and no still a take life. Say you a murderer one day you must pay the price. Life is so hard. Every day we see ghosts. You gotta live it up right. Are you wicked? Gondo. If it's not by police, it's by gunman. That's the way it goes. Living in the ghetto region. Oh Lord. Down in the ghetto, it's a game and it's a gamble. Every day we look up in a guns and gun angle. Don't get carried away nor entangle. Left the woman chop her it up and she ankle. Give her back her chain also the bangle. All wrongdoers won't forget trample. We don't want no more bloodshed. We don't want no more youths dead. Jamaica where we love, bring it back to what it was. Too much youngsters and thugs and AKs and slugs. Take a look at the rainbow. Let your sorrows and pain go. Can't make life and no still I take life. Say you a murderer one day you must pay the price. Mama head burn up again. Papa can't stand up again. One son them have them kill him round a Christian pen and him at just 26, now reach 27 years. We don't want no more bloodshed. We don't want no more youths dead. The little Jamaica where we love, bring it back to what it was. Too much youngsters and thugs and AKs and slows. Take a look at the rainbow. Let your sorrows and pain go.
Scotty good man, she did for day and night, but she has some family thing when she has sort out. But everything's solid, man. Soon see her.
Oh no, no.
Oh no, no.
Take a look at the rainbow. Thank you.
I really want to play the jammy, but I can't play it.
But I'm gonna teach them. You know, so the message
I wonder if that dubby a tight. I need to bring up some volume in that dubby, you know. Bring up some level in it. I wonder if Sasko tight before I set it. Gonna work and... Hey, I saw them say... As I want to have a when me link him and say, bro, you are good. You know, I need a couple songs. I say, teach. Tell me which song. Because then say we are twin, you know. So, just tell me which two songs. I forget day and day out from when, but only TV tracking him. So, I tell him, because remember then say when him did that, I'm mad out. And he used to walk with him guitar. So, I said, then he used to walk up and with the guitar, just give me an acoustic version. But you know, he's a busy man. So, we see what go on. Yeah. We have to carry on. Peeps, big up on yourself, yeah? You know the thing go? What good? I'm out with my godfather. What good? Step with you. Enjoy your weekend. When the song done, I'm gone.
Teach them. No matter how far them they are reach them.
On the other one, and load and balance off.
We are living in a serious time. Yes. Don't let the devil blow your mind. The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. Yes. He's only in the Father. Teach them put his trust. The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous.
Move.
Said all over the world, everyone is in the heated rush. On a bet, it's not.
Father Tibet, big up yourself, you know. I not even remember which part I heard of there right now. I know you're there on tour. Give thanks always, Godfather.
Can talk, eat and drink with you. Pretend as if they are with you, but I won't let no one harm me, and I won't try to harm anyone.
You want to dub them, brother? Oh, man, you can't get them, man.
The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. He's only in the Father.
Leon, yes, a rich. No, man, me not really pay for them to play it still. You know what I think?
Said all over the world, everyone is in a heated rush. I'm always on the alert.
You can't care a good name got a dub shop these days, you know. You know what I think? Yeah, my name not too bad.
Push me around and standing firm and judge the ground.
And I really links. We don't call it links. We then call it mutual respect. You understand? That is it.
Nothing to earn. The more they live is the more they learn. The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. Yes. He's only in the Father. Teach them Buddhist others. The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. Teach them prudence. Said all over the world, everyone is in a heated rush. Teach them.
Peeps, pick up on yourself. Take care. Soon or soon. Yeah, Cutty Ranks interview at Trend, you know. I think this is my 4th or 5th interview that has trended. We give thanks. Probably more, you know. Probably more. But we give thanks. When they interview them trend, we give thanks. Because you don't know anything, means that the people them love the works. Yeah, so I say, big up on yourself. Zane, Jamaica Phone Service, one of them night, when you invite you on for your promote your business. You understand? Because you support the channel. You see me? And yeah. Remember, we have that little thing, you know, small business corner for the people who have businesses where you know, who willing to talk to the people, them, the viewers, them about the business and how to support the business and how to reach out to the business owners. We're willing to, you know what I mean, give the opportunity for them to talk to the people them and you know what I mean, at free of cost, no charge to you. When don't support the thing already, so it's just me giving back. So Jamaica Phone Service, if you want to talk to the people, them just let me know. Yeah, so let me say, because I provide a valuable service. Not for me still, because like me value the work, you know, but I know my type of service still. But me know some people who value service, good service, who value the service. Yes, and peeps, big up on yourself, yes, sir. Jamaica Phone Service. BM Person, Nix, Ari, Leno, Zane, Cookie Mama, big up yourself, you know. Zane, Moonlight, Sizzler Fan, Mr. Davis, big up yourself, you know, bro. Jaro, Click, all of the people in the building. Craig, big up yourself, you know, Craig. You understand? Rosie B, Zane Kerry, Night. It's good to see you. You understand what I mean? I say Marriott, all of the people them both, I don't want to leave out nobody in a Lightsmith, BM Percy, Zane, Mr. Marriott already, I think so. You understand? Jerome Young, manners and respect enough family. All of the people them. What good? James Bond. Tottenham man. Yo. But God, yes, sir. Yeah, man. Look more. All right. Jamaica Phone Service. I see a word, sir. Sizzler. Pick up yourself. I'm out.